Welcome to the Samwell B12 experience,
where we have you covered for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Blue Jays, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Hi, I'm Kate Burness, and you're watching the Samwell B12 experience.
Hey, what's up, party people? It's the Toronto Blue Jays. It's the Baltimore Orioles live, going toe-to-toe, head-to-head, and here we go. It's great to be back. It's so good to be back here. I feel like it's been Jays going to do. Very, very excited to see how the Blue Jays are indeed going to perform against the Baltimore Orioles. Now, we know this is not the same Orioles that we seen many years ago. Well, last year, in fact. The Blue Jays this year are the top dogs in town. The Blue Jays crushing it, top spot overall, in the Orioles. Yikes, it is not a good outing for them this season, but the Blue Jays are going to get it done. So thank you for being here. Remember to hit those likes, hit those follows, subscribes, all that good stuff. Let's get it going. Brendan, what's going on? PM Steezy in the house. Good to have you both along for the ride, and thank you everybody who's watching along in the background for tuning in today. PM Steezy, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a really good summer. I know I am for sure. And of course, like I said, it's been a little while since we've been live because we are just getting back from vacation, doing a little camping, but here we are now. The Blue Jays and the Orioles going to go toe-to-toe as Bassett is going to be on the mound for the Blue Jays. What is Bassett going to bring to town? Now, we got to talk a little bit about what's going on this week, because the Blue Jays, they've been playing a ton of games lately, a lot back-to-back. They played like every day last week. They've not had much of a break. Of course, they got a doubleheader tomorrow. They got another afternoon game on Wednesday. Going into the trade deadline, they are going to be playing a ton in Baltimore. And of course, it is hot, hot, hot. Tomorrow it's going to feel like 40 degrees on the field in the afternoons. You're on the golf course every day. I am so jealous. I would absolutely love to be on that course with you as well. Man, I hit the ball long, hit it straight, and good times all around on the course. Blue Jays, though, they don't want to be golfing anytime soon. Hey, Paris says, go Orioles, go Orioles. Paris says, go Orioles. Well, hey, Orioles need to get going because they have not been a great team this year. And it's amazing how just 1 year makes all the difference. Not that the record is horrible. I mean, it's not great, but they're 47-58, fifth spot in the American League East. And of course, the Toronto Blue Jays, who have been tearing it up, 63-43 on the year, top spot. These guys, man, they mean business this year. Sam, you ask, why are they having fun? Why are they getting it done? Why are they playing so much better? Well, I kind of just answered it there. It is because they're having fun. They're enjoying it. They're playing well. Everybody is contributing. Jim, what's going on? Jays need to take 3 of 4. They do need to take 3 of 4. And you know what? No doubt about it, they will. They lost the other day against the Tigers, but they've been on a mad tear. And you know what? They're going to keep getting it done. The Jays are going to keep ripping it. I mean, they won 4 of their last 5. They've been, were they like 12 of the last 13? They've just been absolutely out of their minds. And this is something, I think when the season started, none of us would have figured that the Blue Jays would be in this position right now. We all would have watched them, and we kind of saw them have a good start, and then they started to plummet. And boy, oh boy, we turned things around real quick, and they have not been looking back. All right, we're getting this game going momentarily. Where's my clock? 6:34. We're just about a minute or so away from first pitch, and then we're going to get this one going. Who are the Jays going to target? So, you know, the Jays are in an interesting spot when it comes to the trade deadline. Pitching has to be at the top of the list because pitching has always been a challenge. As soon as we pull a pitcher out around the fifth inning, sixth inning, and we go to the relievers, it gets a little dicey. So pitching has to be on their list. But the problem is, who are you going to give up? If you want to get something coming in, who are you going to give up? The other part is, They have such a good chemistry right now. This unit has come together. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. They've come together so well. So it's so tough to pull a piece out because you don't want to damage the what they have right now with that chemistry and the consistency that they're playing on. And we've seen this time and time again. You take a piece out and things kind of don't gel, they fall apart, and you really don't want to mess with it. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they are going to do, but pitching has to be high on the list. All right, as that game is about to get going, remember, hit those likes, tap that screen, hit the follows, the subscribes, but share us out. The game is about to get going. They got the hoses on the fans, a little sprinkle spray water to the fans who are sweating it out down there in Baltimore. It is a hot one, but share us out, help get some coverage. We appreciate it. Zoran, what's going on? Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you along for the ride. The Blue Jays are going to be coming with Lucas, Springer, Guerrero Jr., Bichette, Barger, Clement, Lorpafito, Heineman, and Wagner. Though is going to be the lineup for the Blue Jays. The Orioles coming back with Holiday, Westberg, Henderson, Rushman, O'Hearn, Larudo, Cowser, Mullins, and Mayo. And it's time for the first pitch as Zach Eflin, who beat the Blue Jays in opening day, is on the mound. He's 6-5, just back off the injured list. So he is here, ready to go. Let's see what he's going to throw. Jesse, what's going on? Welcome in. Hope you are doing well. All right, time to get the game underway. Zach Eflin throwing on the mound for the O's in against Lucas. Lucas 265 on the year. First pitch. Ooh, inside 91 miles an hour. We are live, by the way. We are broadcasting from Toronto here in Canada, and they are playing in Baltimore Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Hey, Sam, what's going on? Welcome in. Second pitch inside again. Going to go to 2-0. A beautiful, hot summer day here in Baltimore. Where are all the Leaf games? Zoran. Yeah, I can't wait for those Leaf games to get going again. Here's the 2-0. Inside, catches the strike zone. Nice pitch there, 87 miles an hour. 2-1 goes the count on Lucas. Lucas has to get stuff going on. As an O's fan, I'm rooting for the Jays. Oh, a little foul ball off the ankle. He goes down. That one hurts. He's back up, limping around. Ouch. He's got the shin protector on the right leg. This one comes foul down right off the inside of the foot. Does not catch the protector pad. Whew, you know that does not tickle. That does not tickle at all. He's taking that guard off, going to readjust it and reapply it. He kind of spun around as he went down. Where are all the Leaf and Oiler games? Oh, Jesse, I can't wait. Can't wait. Actually, I wore my Oilers Western Conference champion shirt yesterday. Oh, man, what a final that was. What a Stanley Cup final. Can't believe we're like a month away from, all the rookie camps and stuff getting going. Cannot wait. Leafs going to be interesting this year. Oilers, what are they going to do with Connor McDavid? Lots of things we're going to be watching and listening for. Hey, Real Goose, what's going on? There are 26. That is true. This one down low going to be fouled back, 2-2. 26 bones in the human foot. And they all hurt. Rob, what's going on? Colorado got Burns. What will happen with Ray Borg? Will it happen with Burns? Rob, I can't believe Burnsy goes to Colorado. That's a great move for him. Surf Bomb, what's up? Swing and a miss. Sit down, Lucas. Strikeout. Nice pitch. Good movement there. Couldn't hold off it. He goes down, 1 out for the Blue Jays. That's going to bring Springer up to bat. Parker, what's going on? Going for the Jets. Going for the Jets. Against the Panthers, too. Yeah, that Panthers team, I hate to say it's going to be good for a long time. Ranger, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm going for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays tonight. Here's the pitch to Springer. He's going to pop this one up in his center field. Barely any movement. A couple about 10 steps to jog in. Going to make the catch, and Springer is retired. Just like that, one pitch pops it up. The Blue Jays are down 2. Jared, what's going on? Welcome in. NHL season is over. Who won the cup? Zoran. It was the Florida Panthers. Ulysses, what's going on? Welcome in. Like the new shark. Yeah, Jared. Sharks are going to be fierce this year. I'm excited for the Sharks. Here it comes, Big Vladdy. Taking the first pitch in there for a strike. Vladdy's dropped a lot of weight. He's looking good. He's moving. He stole a base the other day. 292 average on the year for Vladdy. 14 homers. Like to see that go up. 54 ribbies. Here's the 0-1 to Big Vlad. Gonna poke this one right to short. Nabbed over to first in time. And the Jays are retired. Blue Jays are retired. Didn't like that start for them, not gonna lie, but welcome in everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here today. Jays are down at the top. We are going to the bottom of inning number 1. Let's see what Baltimore can get themselves going. Hey Joe, what's going on? Good to see you as well. Aaron Judge is out for a couple of weeks. That is huge, Jared. That is huge. We know the Judge is a monster, so losing him definitely hurts. They're heating up team. Hopefully my Rangers can be buyers at the deadlines. It's going to be interesting. There's a lot of teams, I think, that is going to be interesting to see what they do and how they kind of move things around. So I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what happens this trade deadline. Usually, in baseball, you see a couple of things, but I think this year's going to be different. There's a lot of teams looking to shake things around. Hey, Mr. Cyborg, how's it going? Welcome in. No Panthers, Jesse says. I think the Panthers, they have that core locked up for so long. They're going to be scary good for a while. And hopefully that changes around. The Red Sox took 2 out of 3 for the Dodgers. Yeah, Jared, the Red Sox were on a tear too. They were picking it up. They need to do something, and it's going to be interesting. Why haven't the Blue Jays done anything yet? It's when you're the top team in the league, it's always tough. You don't want to get ripped off, and you got to move some things around. It's going to be very interesting to see what they can, in fact, do. All right, Chris Bassett on the mound. He's 11-4, and Bassett is having one heck of a July. He started 4, he won 4. This is his 5th start this month, and he can really chuck the ball. He can throw. He's averaging about 8.7 strikeouts per 9 innings, doing really well. Hey, Mason, what's up? Welcome in. Victoria, welcome in. Top 3 players you would want at the deadline for the Jays. Ooh, that's tough. Here we go. First pitch from Bassett, going to be fouled back. First top 3 players. Does it have to be realistic, or can it be anybody? It's always tough. But the Jays, they're going to assess. Obviously they want to improve their pitching, but they don't want to just give away something crazy. Yeah, realistic. This is going to be fouled back again by Holiday, 0-2. Because if you're not being realistic, I'm like, yeah, let them get Judge, let them get Shohei. There are some really, if you guys are like me, and you kind of searching around on Twitter and whatnot or other platforms, and you see here's some of these ridiculous trade predictions. This is going to be hit hard, going deep, but it's going to be fouled to the right side. Still 0-2. Some of these, what the couch general managers predict as trades are absolutely crazy. 5.5 games ahead. Be realistic but cautious. That's right, Ulysses. You got to be realistic and cautious. I don't think they're going to make a move for a field player. I really think pitching is where they're going. This is going to be missed outside, 1-2. I have to really give it some thought, to be honest with you. I've been so enamored with this team. I'm so excited how they've been playing. I really even haven't given much thought to, who's realistically available. Inside just misses 91 miles an hour, 2-2. Bassett loves to throw the sinker ball on the year. He's averaged about 45%. Hey, what's up, Dallas? Last game, though, he was about 50%, just over 50% throwing the sinker. He loves that pitch. Here's the 2-2 to Holiday. Swing and a miss. Goodbye. Sit down. First strikeout of the day. Each pitcher now with a strikeout. Good to see. Chicago Cubs doing decent. The Cubbies are all right. The Cubbies are all right. There's been a lot of teams, and we'll talk about it a little bit later on tonight. There's been a lot of teams that are kind of up and down and all around, and it's some teams that are hot have not, and it's crazy. Westberg going to make his way up to the plate here. First pitch is fouled back. Jordan Westberg, 250 average on the year, 11 home runs, 23 RBIs. Behind 0-1 after a nice pitch by Bassett. Bassett doing an excellent job already. Really, really good to see. Pitch is going to be in there. Didn't put it where he wanted to, but we'll take it. 0-2 in there for a strike. Going for the Jays. Going for the Jays. Thank you for hitting that share. Appreciate it. I don't know, but can the Rangers please? Somebody, even the Rockies. Garcia. Here's the 0-2, and this is going to be put into play. Bichette can't get there. It's poked through. A base hit. Westberg is on, and there's the first hit of the afternoon, evening for the Baltimore Orioles. Good job there. Nice pitch. You know, the Blue Jays got Joey Lorpofito in tonight, and I don't know about you, but I've been so excited with this kid and what this kid has been doing. Really, really, really exciting to watch. Today is a hot one. It is hot all over the place, but I agree. It has been crazy hot. Crazy hot. Here's a pitch to Henderson. Henderson stepping in now at 282 on the year. I would be at the O's Jays game if my son wasn't getting married this weekend. John B, congratulations for your son getting married, and I hope it's a good thing. I hope everyone's happy. This is going to be popped up in a shallow left field. On the run, the slide, and the catch. Lorpofito comes in with a sliding catch in left, and that's going to be the second out. Nice job by the kid. Stony Creek melted off the map. That's really funny. Stay frosty. Oh my goodness, I wish. Chris, what's going on? Ready for winter. The heat has been out of control. Greenloso, what's going on? Welcome in. You're cool with your glasses. You think you're cool with your glass. Phillies winning the chip. Phillies winning the chip. What chip? Is it regular, all dressed barbecue? Here comes Rutschman stepping up. 227 on the year. First pitch in there for a strike. Enough summer. I want to shovel. No, I don't want to shovel. Keep the snow away. Keep the snow away. What's up on the go with CeeLo, Mr. NASCAR himself? How's it going, brother? Absolutely. We need to, my man. We need to. Bassett going to step up. 2 outs here for the Jays. Bassett up to 12 pitches. 1 runner on. Trying to shut this one down. Get out of the first inning unscathed. Bassett looking 4 seconds on the clock. Pitch is going to curve to the outside. Going to be 1-1 now is the count. Had to settle that one down. We finally have a real Timmy's now in Nashville. There you go. Got your Timmy's. Timbits all the time. Get the Timbits flowing there, CeeLo. Setting it up as Bassett again. This one is going to be popped foul. Got to play it. Going on third. Is there enough room? No, there is not. Barger can't get over there with enough time. Count stays at 1-2. Fall is your favorites, Chris. Fall is beautiful, especially if you're in an area with lots of trees. You're kind of not so much in the city, but on the burbs, and you drive through and you catch all the leaves changing. It is quite lovely. And the weather is nice too. Prap, what's going on? Welcome in. Setting it up. Bassett wants to close this one out. 1-2. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Going to be fouled back again. Staying alive. Staying alive. Nope, we're not going to do it. Not going to do it. Bassett working, trying to get out of this inning. Yankee said no for Strez, major league player plus 2 prospects. Can the Jays do it? We'll see. A couple of days left to go. Pitch in there. Swing and a miss. He strikes out his second. And the Blue Jays get out of the inning and sit down, take a seat. All you got to do is repeat after me. Swing and a miss. Bassett with 2 Ks in the first. 0-0 is the score. Orioles did get a hit, though. They did get a runner, so there goes that no-hitter early. Thank you so much, Paper, hitting that share. Appreciate it. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the follows, the subscribes, all that good stuff. Not if Harper gets banned for cussing the MLB commissioner. Yeah, Ranger, anytime you chew out the commissioner, any kind of league executive, it's not going to bode well for you. Austin, what's going on? What are your thoughts on the Cleveland Guardians reliever? So, you know, I'll tell you, Austin, more and more. Remember that song? Anyways, more and more, we're hearing these cases come up where players are being investigated for gambling. Now, maybe I'm old school, but like, if you're a professional athlete and you're making millions, even at an NHL level, you know what? Forget NHL, even at the CFL level, because I think they're the least paid athletes of all the sports, Canadian Football League. You're making good money. What is so tempting to say, how can I make more? Let me fix games. Let me bet on games I'm playing in. That is just so ridiculous. Why, as a professional athlete at any level, would you want to go ahead and do that? Why take the risk? Now we've heard, hey, it's my translator. Hey, it was my friend using my account. You know, we've heard all the excuses. It's plain and simple. If you're an athlete, stay far away from any type of gambling on your sport. You're a baseball player, you want to bet on football, baseball, go right ahead. But come on, like, that's just a little crazy. Here we go. Bichette is up, going to be outside. And you know what? If he is guilty, if he is found that he did violate the gambling policy, then he should be, you know, prosecuted to the full extent of the law, or at least to the MLB law. Bichette is going to foul this one back, 1-1. Alexander, what's going on? Welcome in. Let's go, Bo. Let's go, Bo. What can Bo do for us here this afternoon? Brandon, what's going on? Welcome in. This is going to be foul back again. NBA star Marcus Morris Sr. arrested on fraud charges. Wow. I didn't see that story come across the wire. That is crazy. That is absolutely wild. What is going on with athletes today? Bichette gonna golf this one over the head of the shortstop, dropping into left field. And Bichette is gonna find himself with a base hit here today. Hey, V Disney, what's going on? Welcome in. That's gonna bring up my new favorite, Addison Barger. Barger very, very quickly has become my favorite Blue Jay. I may have to go get an Addison Barger jersey. Love what this kid is doing. He's great. I blame social media for everything. You know what? It has a big part to do with everything. I guarantee it. Here's a pitch. Barger swinging hard. Going to foul that one down the right side. He's going to be behind 0-1. That was a huge swing. My favorite is the one. Zoran is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Hey, Jaden, what's going on? Welcome in. Setting it up. Eflin getting ready to deliver the 0-1. This one up high. Barger swinging again, and he's going to foul that one back. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. Chris, appreciate it. Welcome to the community. Barger, man, he's so good. Like, everything about this guy just screams, I'm an athlete, right? He's built, he's got the stature, he's got the stance, he's putting up some numbers. Now he strikes out because I'm trying to pump you up. Thank you, Barger. Swing and a miss on that one. And Barger goes down. Eflin's second strikeout of the evening. But he is so good. I mean, Barger is one of these guys that just, man, so good. So good. And he can play all kinds of different positions, right? He can work it around. Hey, Victoria, welcome in. Chris, how's it going from London, Ontario? Go Jays, go. Pitch is going to be in the bottom corner to Ernie Clement. Takes that one for a strike. Ernie, 278 on the year. 5 homers, 31 RBIs. Ernie's had some big hits the last little while as well. This one is going to be popped up. Is there a play over on the first base side? There is. See you later, Ernie. Time to go find Bert as he pops up in a foul territory and caught by the first baseman. Kobe Mayo makes the catch. Prep, that's hysterical. That is very, very funny. Nova fan, what's going on? Do you think the Blue Jays will DFA Chad Green if they get a few arms at the deadline? That's a great question. Bagged, what's going on? Welcome in as well. The Little Hunter, hello there. This pitch is going to be foul back. Fellow Jays fan, how long you been with us? So, Little Hunter, I know there's a couple questions here. I'll go around and I'll get some answers out. So, Little Hunter, I've been a Jays fan since pretty much the club's been in existence. They drive me nuts, though. Like any typical Jays fan, man, they frustrate me sometimes. We haven't got to streaming much. This is going to be put into play. Lord Profito, and that's going to be out to the left fielder, and that's going to do it for the Blue Jays. We're going to take a quick break and they will be back. The Orioles coming up. But yeah, I haven't been streaming the Blue Jays much. We typically do a ton of hockey, and playoffs go so long, and then come the summertime, we try to mix in some Blue Jay action and some Toronto Argonauts CFL action. So we got our summer sports going. But I've been a long time Jays fan. Now, do I think the Jays will win? Yes, I do. I really believe in this team. I love what they're doing. I think they're going to get some good pitching from Bassett here today. So yeah, my money's on the Blue Jays. Nova fam, it's such a tough call. I mean, you know, that's probably, they're going to have to do something because they definitely have to get some arms. And you can't, you know, the asks are going to be high. And if it's something where if they can just get rid of some prospects and move it around that way, all day long, I do it. You do not want to have to give up a roster player. You don't want to have to mix up this chemistry and take somebody out. So I don't know. We haven't really seen much come across, so it's hard to really tell what the market is going to dictate that we're giving up right now. Obviously, prospects, everybody wants prospects, but prospects are a gamble. You know, you take a shot. And so can they make a good deal? Will they have to do something like that? It's going to be very interesting to see what comes up. Thank you, Rabbit Hole, hitting that subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I know, Nova fam, it's a bit of a cop-out answer. I don't know if he'll be the victim, but it's going to be very interesting to see what they do come Thursday towards a deadline. For me, it was Hulk. For hubby, it was Ozzy. Yeah, and Prep, you know, that's off. I'll save it. I'm going to talk about it after the next half inning. We're going to talk a little bit about that. But yeah, it's been absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. These Blue Jays going to look to keep her going. Going to look to keep rocking and rolling as Bassett up here against O'Hearn. O'Hearn 282 on the year. First pitch. Going to miss. Ball one. So again, Bassett, who loves the sinker, throws one there. This one is up high in on the hands. Again, just misses, going with the cutter. So O'Hearn 282, 12 home runs of the year, can knock it out of the park. Interesting to see what he can do. Vladdy is in Dallas. Vladdy is in. No Kirk tonight. No Alejandro Kirk. This is going to be fouled back again. Goes to 2-1. Vladdy is out there at first base. Springer DHing tonight. But no Alejandro Kirk. And I like Kirk a lot. He's been awesome. Chris, no score as of yet. No score. Thanks for the follow. This pitch in there, swing and a miss. Or swing and a foul back, I should say. It's like just natural. Just you want to say miss. 2-2. Can even up the count. Let's go, Bassett. Let's go. 20 pitches. Done. Time to settle in and keep this one going. He's hoping it's not too hot and humid in Baltimore. The last thing they need is, yeah. So Chris, it's crazy hot. I think tomorrow afternoon, because they're playing an afternoon game, it's gonna feel like 40 degrees. Now, what is that? Converts to like 90 something? I don't know. I don't know what 40 converts to, but it's hot, darn hot. So these guys really gonna have to settle in and play in the heat. Thank you for hitting that subscribe. This one poked into left field. Another base hit here for Baltimore. They get another runner on. Kirk is out for 7 days. 7 days. And you know what, man, Kirk's been so good. I call him Captain Clutch. Joe, thank you. 40 degrees, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine playing baseball at 104 degrees? Wow. Jackson, I am a Jays fan. Yes, indeedy. A Jays fan when they're losing, Jays fan when they're winning. Piece of cake. That's crazy hot. Hey, Seth, what's up? Pitch in there for a strike. Nice pitch. Lorino is now up, hitting 275 on the year. San Francisco always has hot weather. That they do. You know, San Fran is one of those places I'd love to go to. Beautiful, beautiful place. I'd love to do a whole California tour, to be honest. Swing and a miss. Strike two to Loriano. Nice pitch there. Changing it up, going from 93 miles on the sinker to 85. Good velocity change. How fast would you know what, Dallas? That ice cream would melt so fast. You know, they'd have to like super freeze it. They'd have to flash freeze it. Turbo-tastic. You're a Jays fan, also nice. Sitting in the bleachers. Why are the Yankees so bad now? Unfortunately, with Judge coming out, I mean, that hurts them a lot. But the Yankees, they're a streaky team. Up high on the corner, doesn't get the call, goes to 1-2. Weston, what's going on? I love the Jays and Vladdy. Weston, Vladdy's been such an inspiration this year. I'm pretty certain it's Vladdy who's been getting the most out of some of these young kids, filling in for injuries. They've just been making it work. This one down low. Come on, that was on the bottom of the strike zone. Doesn't get the call. Goes to 2-2. That one Happy Gilmore swing, right? That was funny. Happy Gilmore 2, by the way, very enjoyable movie. Hey, Billy, what's going on? Triton, my man, what's shaking? I've quite enjoyed Happy Gilmore 2. If you haven't seen it yet, it's a great nod. Swing and a miss. Sit down. Another strikeout here for Bassett, his third of the afternoon. Love it. Great pitch. Real nice pitch. So Bassett, a little adjust to the pants, a little adjust on the belt. It's amazing. It was a lot of cameos too. Ton of cameos. Some that I didn't even realize were in there. They go by so fast. Like Chris Chelios had a little cameo in there. This is going to be popped up as Cowser comes in, puts into the left field. Lor Profito going to make that catch and throw it in, and just like that, 2 outs. Good job, Blue Jays. Beetlejuice the musical was really good. Highly recommend if it were. Oh, nice prep. I meant to ask you how it was enjoyed. I'm glad to hear it was really good. I should check it out. I definitely need to take a look. And the Meatloaf Bat Out of Hell musicals coming to Casino Ram. I'm gonna have to go check that one out if I can. In there for a strike. Nice pitch as Mullins steps in, hitting 217. Just looked. Happy Gilmore 2 is on. Zoran. It's actually on. Well, yeah, you can watch it there too. On Netflix. Quite enjoyable. The beginning. Yeah, it was funny. No spoilers though, Weston. No spoilers. Oh, Triton getting the little robots going. Who doesn't love a little robot action? Love it. 1-1 the count here to Mullins. Long look. Bassett waiting. Down to 2 seconds. Gets the pitch off. It's going to be high. 2-1 is the count now. Zoran, you're hysterical. Do both. My goodness. 2-1 is the count. Bassett took a really long time getting set for that pitch. Ronald, how's it going? Please don't sing. Please don't sing. This one is going to be fouled back, evening it up to 2-2. 5 weeks until back. So, you know, Dallas, Back to the Future, the musical, that makes me nervous. That makes me real nervous. Yes, Weston. It is. He is. Caleb, how's it going? Got to get some runs up. Got to get some runs up on the board. 2-2. 2 outs here in the second inning. The reviews are good. This is going to be foul back. Yeah, it's just, it makes me so nervous when you take something so iconic and make it into a musical. Ashton, how's it going? Let's go, Jays. Got to get them going. Wonder if there's a stat for pitchers on how they perform in hot temperatures versus cool temps. You know, Chris, with all the statisticians out there and all the folks who keep track of stuff, I'm sure there's going to be something somewhere. I know they certainly do for football. We've seen quarterback stats on how they perform in warm weather versus cold weather. 3-2 now. Full count as Bassett missed just on the corner. Let's see. 3-2, 2 outs. This is going to be foul back again. Noah's Ark, what's going on? Welcome in. Go Jays. 32 months. All right, let's go, Bassett. Time to sit Mullins down. Time to end this inning. Time to move it on along. Bassett's working real slow tonight. He's milking this clock. Hey, Billy, what's going on? Come on, Jays. Bassett again. 1. The clock is going to expire. Just gets it off. This is hammered down the right side. It's over the scoreboard. It's out of here. A 2-run home run. Oh, my goodness. A 2-run shot, and Mullins on a full count makes it 2-0 Orioles. Are you kidding me? Come on. The Joe Carter has not called me yet, Dallas, for the 50-50. He has not called for the 50-50. He called to see if I wanted to do dinner, and I said, no, Joe, you got to call me with the 50-50. I said, Joe, don't call again unless you're telling me I won. Oh, my goodness. Mullins just take this one deep to right field, up over the scoreboard and out. The Pirates hat is on. 2-0 Orioles. And you could sense the way he was preparing to throw that pitch. The count was just about to expire, and he just was not comfortable with it. Mayo is up now, the 9th hitter, and he's going to hit this one hard to left field, and this has gone over the left field wall. Back-to-back jacks. Are you kidding me? Mayo sends this one out. Get the ketchup, forget the mustard. Mayo is what it's all about. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Prep coming in 31 months. MJ Fox at the Metro Convention Center. Whoa, that's huge, Prep. That is huge. Unbelievable. 3-0 O's. Oh, Lord, what happened? What happened? Bassett wishes he could take these 2 pitches back. Oh, dang is right. 3-0 now. This is going to miss inside. 1-0 as we go back to the top of the lineup for Holiday. He struck out in the first. Kid looks like he's such a baby face. Oh, no, that was not good. This is going to be fouled up to Bassett. He's going to field it. Toss it over to Vladdy, who touches the bag. And that's going to do it for the Blue Jays. Oh, that was just painful. So painful. Wow. As they go to commercial break, Bassett struggling in the heat. He had a good first inning. That inning, though, not good at all. Wow. I want to take a minute. This has been a crazy, crazy, crazy week. As we all know, there's been so much going on. Of course, it all started with Ozzy Osbourne, or I guess last week with Ozzy Osbourne, and then, of course, with Hulk Hogan just a couple of days ago when we had, and I apologize, I forget the gentleman's name, the guy from the Cosby Show. It's been just a crazy little time with so many stars. And, you know, the Hulk Hogan one got me the most. But I want to say, if you're out there, drop some purple hearts in the chat. Put some hearts in the chat. As, you know, we've lost a few, but I know there's a few of us in the chat tonight and a few of us watching who are just having real tough times right now. Real hard times. Whether you're having health issues or troubles, put hearts in the chat for everybody. If you're having a tough go, if you're struggling out there, we got you. We're with you. We're here for you. But let's drop some hearts in the chats for everybody. Oh my goodness. Hey, Beverly, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right, coming back. Here we go. Blue Jays up to the top. Here we go. The hearts are starting to come in. Like to see that. As we think about everybody who needs some help, needs some folks out there who just need some positive vibes, and that's what we're here for. And hopefully Heineman can get the positive vibes going here for the Blue Jays. Heineman stepping up. He, of course, is hitting a whopping 326 on the year, but of course hasn't played all that much. Of course, Kirky's been handling most of the load. Here's the first pitch. He's going to take that one high and outside. Hey, Len, how's it going? Good to see you. Again, welcoming everybody, wherever you're watching from, however you're watching. Appreciate you tuning in. Just make sure you hit those likes, hit those follows and subscribes. So they do bring it back and call it a strike. Wow. That was way high, too. So they change the call, make it a strike. Here's the 0-1. Going to be high again. You going to call that one a strike, too? No. 1-1 goes the count now. Yeah, Caleb, that was a bad call. That was a really bad call. Don't like to see that. The 1-1 outside. Going to go to 2-1. Heineman keeping his composure here as Eflin starting to throw a little wild. Trying to settle this one back down. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging to hit that one up the middle. Right to second. Flipped over to first in time. Thought that might have a chance as it was hit right back towards the pitcher. But not enough momentum to carry into the outfield. And just like that, Heineman is down. The first out for the Blue Jays. That means Wagner, third baseman, is due up. He's hitting 243. Let's see if Wagner can put this one into play. Start making something happen. Pitch is going to be up high. Ball one. Nice to see that he finally actually made the right call there. No homers for Will Wagner. 243 average, needs to buckle down. I'm going to swing right through this one. 88 miles an hour, talking about going back in time. There you go. Hitting that 88. Nice. So 3-0 Baltimore. The Jays looking to come back. This one is going to be hit through the middle and caught there at second base. Lines out. Gunnar Henderson, shortstop, comes over at the second base bag to make the catch. And nice contact there, and he's out. So 2 down now for the Blue Jays. That's going to go to the top of the order for Lucas. Lucas going to step back in here. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Blue Jays off to a little bit of a sluggish start here. First pitch in there, first strike. Wow, I'm a little shell shocked right now. 31 months for Beverly. Wow, I'm getting old. How time flies. Oh, this went in on the hands, and it's going to be pulled hard down the right field line, and foul ball. Jays are messing up your picks. Who'd you take tonight? Who'd you pick tonight? Who'd you go with? Eflin is actually pitching quite well. He's been all over the place. That one wild pitch is going to hobble away. Why is it every time I start giving guys some credit, they do something really bad? Eflin, he's been getting some outs, but he's been a little wild. He's up to 30 pitches now here in the third inning. 2 down. 1-2 to Lucas. Lucas fighting to stay alive. This one down low, gonna foul it off down the left side. So we'll take that. We'll take that. Keep her going. Fun fact, Eflin dated... No. Jim, which one? Here's the 1-2. And this one is going to be popped to left. There's a long run. It's going to drop. Just foul. My goodness, that was close. You know, Jim, here's another fun fact. I actually got to meet 2 of the Olsen twins. was going to say two of the Olsen sisters, but there's three of them because there's three of them. But yeah, Mary Kate and Ashley, I actually got to meet them both. Phil, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Of course, they were very young at the time. We were all very young at the time. Got to hang out at a little private pool party. Here's the 1-2. Gonna foul this one off again. And I will say, considering what they were doing at the time, it was quite nice to get a chance to meet them. It was actually, so Jim, many years ago, do you remember the movie It Takes Two with Kirstie Alley? That's how long ago we're talking. Here's the 1-2, gonna hit this one hard. It's going to right field, to the track. It's out of here. Home run, Blue Jays. They get one back, Jack. 3-1. Lucas says, anything you can do, I can do. Almost better. It's a 1-run shot, and the Blue Jays are on the board. But can you sing all the song? No, I definitely cannot prep. There you go, Ulysses. There you go. Home run, Blue Jays. Put on the jacket. 3-1. They're on the board. That makes me good. I was not in the movie. But I did have a chance to go to the set when they were north of Toronto. So I got to kind of meet everybody there, and it was a pretty cool experience. But I tell you, the person who impressed me the most from that meeting wasn't the Olsen twins. It wasn't Kirstie Alley. It was Steve Guttenberg. Steve Guttenberg was the best, and I embarrassed myself so bad. Great. This was like a golf swing, almost down on one knee, and he hammers this one up and out of the park. Swing and a miss by Springer. Count goes to 2-1 as he really swung through that one. Really swung through that one hard. 292 Springer is. He flew out in the first inning, wants some redemption, wants to get it back up and going. That's right, Dallas. See what you did? Hey, welcome in. Welcome in, Hanny. Harry, I can't read. Harry, how's it going? It's all good here. 3-1 to count to Springer. Springer gonna take this one, and they're gonna check it, and they say no, he did not go around, so he's gonna make his way down to first. You're that old. I figured you were mid to late 20s. Jim, you're my new bestie. Thank you, brother. I'm long past my mid to late 20s, but I will take it all the way. All right, Vladdy is coming up. Let's go, Vladdy. You got one on. You got one job to do, Big V. Send this ball to its home. Here's the pitch, down low. Tries to position it in there. Ump doesn't buy it. 1 ball to Vladdy. 14 homers. Is he going to make it 15? Let's go. Setting it up is the 1-0. Pitch count working its way down. 5, 4. There's a pitch. Vladdy hits this hard to center field. Does it have the legs to the wall? It's out of here. Vladdy ties it up. Oh, we called that one. Oh, baby. There you go. Go to your home. Don't you know where your home is? It's all in the hips, Vladdy, and he sends that ball 398 feet over the wall. There you go. It's a whole new ball game here in the top of the 3rd inning, tied at 3s. Woohoo! That was monstrous. Love it. Love it. Man, that was good. That was great. That was great. So good. So good. So good. Just drives this one out of here. Vladdy turned on that so quick. That was sweet. That was so sweet. All those with 2 runs, 2 outs. That's right. We got the 2 outs going. I mean, that was massive. Shane, what's going on? Welcome in. Here's Bichette now. He's going to bloop this one over first. And another runner for the Blue Jays as Bo Bichette finds his way. Randy, what's good? Welcome in. Let's go. Thank you for the follows. Jason, what's up? Last pitch to Springer was a strike. I don't know. He didn't go around. But that was a monster. That was a good hit. Blue Jays getting it done. 128 hits, one behind Judge for the MLB hit lead. Judge is at 129. Bo is at 128. So he with Judge on the shelf. Bichette should surpass him. Hunter, thank you for the follow. Thank you everybody for the follows. Appreciate it. Vladdy pulled to Delgado. That's right. He channeled his inner Delgado. That was huge. Argos are looking good now. Jim, they had a good game. They got a little lucky too. But yeah, I can't wait. Argos Friday night football. We'll be live for that one. Just right down the middle for a strike to Barger, going 0-1. Caputo, who's better, Orioles or Jays? Jays have the better record. Jays best in baseball, pretty much. Orioles are last in the division, but any team can win on any given night. Is Eflin going to throw this one outside? Going to bring the count to 1-1. Here's the man Barger playing in right field tonight. Set, waiting. Here's the pitch in the hands, and he's going to foul this one up again. He gets that bat around so fast. Holy smokes. Bichette 5 for 5 yesterday, 2 for 2 tonight. Bo 6 years, 150 million. 150 million. John, those contracts are nutty. I grew up with Matt Stairs playing ball with him. He was a special guy. He also liked beer. Shane, that's awesome. Very cool. All right. Eflin waiting the 1-2, gonna swing and foul this one off, gonna keep it alive, keep this one going. Hey Richard, good to see ya. So first visit in a while, still finding it hard to believe the Blue Jays are going so well. I know, Richard, and that's okay. We're just getting back ourselves, back from vacation. Had a nice vacation to Northern Ontario, traveling the woods, having some adventures. Here's the 1-2. Barger going to deliver center field on the run, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to do it. The Blue Jays are going to sit themselves down, but it doesn't matter because they put up 3 to match what Baltimore did in the bottom of 2. The Blue Jays do it as well. Vladdy with a 2-run shot to tie it all up. That was absolutely massive. It was so good to see. Welcome in everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. If we've never met before, my name is Sam. Thank you so much for tuning in and giving us a chance. Make sure you hit those likes and the follows and the subscribes and all that stuff. We really appreciate you helping us continue to grow. And don't forget to share out the stream. We really do appreciate it. Hey, Shady Lane, what's going on? Welcome in. So we have been doing some baseball. We've been doing some CFL football. And in a month or so, NHL is going to be back. All the rookie tournaments and camps and everything is going to be opened up. We'll have full coverage of everything that's going on. And you know, come October, the National Hockey League is going to be kicking off. And we're going to be starting our National Hockey League regular season with the Florida Panthers and the Chicago Blackhawks on night 1, followed by night 2 by the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens. So we'll see what exhibition preseason games we get into, but those are going to be our first 2 opening week games of the NHL regular season up in October. So cannot wait. It is going to be a blast. And we still have to wait and see what other moves does Brad Treliving have up his sleeves. You ever do any sort of community meetups? You know, Jim, we have not done any kind of community meetup. We've talked about it before, but we haven't actually put anything together. as of yet, but we constantly talk about it. In fact, we almost had an impromptu meetup up at Weber's a little while ago, but it was kind of a joke that almost turned real. Hey, Matt, what's going on? I'm going to miss epic Marner rants. Oh, don't worry, Matt. Wait till Mitchell comes back with the Golden Knights for that first game. The crowd will be all over him. First pitch here to Westberg in there for a strike. Nice pitch. Bassett going to catch that corner. 41 pitches now. Westberg got it started with a single in the first. He was the first hit for the O's here tonight. Here's the 0-1 outside. Can even it up at 1-1. And of course, that's right, Dallas. Thank you. February is Olympic hockey time, and we cannot wait for Olympic hockey to come back. We know those are going to be some real late nights or early mornings, but it's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be down low in the corner. Alexander, take it easy. Pump the brakes a little bit there, my friend. 2-1 now to Westberg. Bassett trying to get organized. Gotta love the time zones. Swinging a foul off the ankle here for Westberg. He's okay. Doing Blue Jays baseball and baseball all the way through. We will, Shady Lane. We will. We're going to do as much as we absolutely possibly can. Now that might interfere with some NHL dates, and of course, if the Blue Jays are still going, if they're making that playoff run, that's a Blue Jay playoff run will take a little bit of precedent over some Maple Leaf preseason hockey, or even if it's in the early days. This is going to be poked into the outfield. Another base hit for Westberg. He's going to go 2 for 2, and the O's have another base runner on. Hey, Roger, how's it going? Go Jays, go. Let's see what they can do. Jose, we're on all social platforms. You can check out our link tree, which should be in the bio. So the Orioles, another runner on. That's going to bring up Henderson. Let's see what he can do. He's 0 for 1 today, the first pitch inside. And I don't know if it's just me, but every time I see any player with the name Henderson, my mind immediately goes to Ricky Henderson. I was such a Ricky Henderson fan back in the day. I mean, the guy's legs were tree trunks. So every time I see Henderson, my mind immediately goes there to Ricky. Pitch down low, going to be 2-0 now to Henderson. He's 0 for 1 today. 47 pitches now for Bassett. Starting to throw a lot of pitches. A lot of pitches. He's got to settle himself down a little bit. Try to find the plate. A lot of balls. This one is going to swing and a miss. 2-1. That was outside, but he couldn't sit back, couldn't hold back. He swung right through it. So Henderson has a runner on first, 2-1, trying to get this one going. No, that's okay, Alexander. Ricky is the reason Joe hit that home run. Mitch was all nervous. Oh, man, Ricky Henderson, one of the greats. This is going to be fouled back 2-2. Going to even that one up. Of course, Joe Carter, man. Talk about Joe Carter. Joe, so many great home runs. None bigger, of course, than the World Series home run. But Joe, such a great Blue Jay to watch. I mean, man, those were the days. Here, the 2-2. No, he's going to step off. So we're going to get a disengagement here. And the question is, we know back in those days, and 92, 93, how good that Blue Jays team was. Is this team today as good or better as that team was? Here's the 2-2 up high. Going to go to full count. How much money would you make if you stole 100 bases in today's baseball? Fafi, a lot. Ricky is a lot. If you were stealing 100 bases, you're making a killing. You're making a ton. It's going to be up, and that's going to walk them. So 2 on now for the Orioles. Nobody out. Bassett having some trouble finding the plate here in the bottom half of this inning. The Blue Jays just came back, putting up 3 runs in the top of the inning. Now here we are in the bottom. Nobody out. We got 2 men on. And Rutschman is going to find his way back up here. Adley Rutschman, 226 on the year. Bassett needs to find this plate. He's up over 50 pitches now. This one is going to miss outside again. Come on, got to slow this one down. Yeah, Len, lots of baseball. The Blue Jays playing a whole bunch of games, a couple afternoon dingers. Tomorrow and the next day, it's going to be about 100 degrees or more in Baltimore. It's going to be interesting to see. Hey, Major Walker, how's it going? This one catches the bottom, does not get the call, goes to 2-0, and they were not happy about that one. Scott, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's all right. Joe Carter, 93. So good. I mean, there were so many fun Blue Jay players I loved to watch back in the day. Candy Maldonado is one of those names. Another one down low, 3-0 here. Bassett in trouble, about to walk the bases loaded. Yikes. Hot everywhere. It is hot everywhere. Somebody let him drink from the fire hose. He's got to cool himself down. Devo White. Yeah, Matt, another one. Devon White was so good. This one in there for a strike. There you go. 3-1 now. Devon White was so much fun to watch. Of course, Robbie Alomar. You know, Kelly Gruber was one of my all-time favorites from back in the day. That's right, AR. Finally got one. B. Disney's cool in Alberta. This is going to be hit hard. Good golly, Miss Molly to the wall. It's off the wall. Caught and thrown in. Thank God it stays in the park, but it is going to score one. The second comes through. The throw was off the marker. 2-run score. Baltimore puts 2 more on the board. Ruckman is 10th double of the season. It's now 5-3 Orioles. Come on. A nice pitch. Hangs it over the middle, though, and this is hit hard. And I bet if the humidity wasn't so high, that probably would have carried. But it drops in, goes off the wall. They turn it and throw it around. Yikes. You want Pat Henkin? Oh, you went to the Cy Young party. Pat Henkin was so good. Jimmy Key back in the day was awesome. Of course, Dave Stieb. They had a lot of really good pitchers back then. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt. Ricky Henderson, the best leadoff hitter in baseball. Yeah, Major, I would agree with you there. Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. Jays needed that one. So still nobody out here. Nobody out. Runner on second. Orioles just scored 2. This one is going to be fouled off the leg again. So 0-1. Yikes. Let's see how they sort it out. Paul Molitor. Yes, Dallas. Paul Molitor. Always enjoyed Paul Molitor. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 going to be high again. You got to get somebody up. Now, I know, the Blue Jays probably, with the heat they're going to play in the next couple of days, you don't want to start blowing through relievers right now. But, Bassett is clearly in trouble. He's upwards of almost 60 pitches now. Giving up 5 runs through 3, swing and a miss. 1 and 2. I think you got to get somebody up, or you got to find a way of cooling him down, because Blue Jays, this could be a long game in this case. Jesse Barfield, another one. If you go back even a little further, Dallas, Jesse Barfield, always good. George Bell, a lot of good Jays players over the years. Here's the 1-2 swing, and this one is fouled. Holy smokes, hit a mile, but thank goodness that is foul. 1 and 2. Blue Jays need an out, desperately need an out. Let's see. Get the Gatorade and dunk it on the pitcher. Yeah, I mean, these guys just must be cooking. 1 and 2, no outs, pitch is high, gonna go 2 and 2. Barry Bonnell, Glenn, there is a name from the past, Barry Bonnell. And it reminds me, who was it? I see the batter, the way he had that funky stance, the way he like turned his hands over. I can't think of the name. Was it Felix Jr.? I think it was Felix Jr. I'm thinking of. My goodness. Some great old baseball names. Love talking about it. This one in there going to be fouled off yet again. 2-2. All right. Mason Flaherty is up, the lefty. Mason getting himself warm. It's not going to take too long to get warm. He had an open stance. Oh, yeah, that's right. He had that leg. He kicked that left leg way out in front. So who was it? They tilted their bat like way over. It was crazy. Junior Felix, that's right. It's so weird. Welcome in, Razor. So 3-2, another full count here. Blue Jays need to get an out. Need to find a way to get some outs here. 63 pitches now. My goodness. This is not good. Here's the 3-2. Misses again, but they're going to give him the call and ring him up. Oh, the Blue Jays get a little bit of a gift here as O'Hearn turns around and gives a little bit of a stare there to the umpire. But my goodness, they needed a call. They got a call. Let's see if that can turn some things around. So based off the graphic, it's saying it caught the corner, but that is not where the pitch was. Talk about graphic manipulation. Holy smokes. Yeah, Frankie, love Ricky. J-Rock, what's going on? So 5-3 here. Laureano comes up. Going to swing through the first pitch. So the Blue Jays finally get an out on the board here in the bottom of the third inning. Laureano struck out in the second. Bassett wants to get things kind of back in action right now. Yeah, very lucky call, AR. He was with the Richmond Barry Bonnell. You got his autograph. Sweet. You know, J-Rock, the automatic balls and strike system, I actually didn't mind it. I didn't mind what I saw of it kind of in the preseason. I know obviously guys are still going to challenge, but I think that's a way technology actually kind of helps the game along. It's not perfect, but I think it was kind of more accurate than some of these umpire calls. This is going to be up high, but fouled back. So 0-2 to Laureano, fighting to stay alive here. You don't like it, to be honest. You're taken away from the game of baseball. Yeah, you know what? Hey, that's okay. I mean, I think there's ways you got to kind of make the game a little more efficient. And the guy behind the plate calling the balls and strikes, some of them are really good. Here's the 0-2 up high, 1-2. Some of them have been really bad. We've seen some horrendous calls where a ball is clearly way outside and they call it a strike, or it's way low and it gets called a strike, all because the catcher is really good at framing where they move the glove to. And, you know, any system that can help, and maybe it's not 100% either way. This is going to be put into play. Another single, turning third, running home. The throw is not going to come. Rutschman is going to score, and the Orioles put up another run. So as the Blue Jays just got 3 back, Baltimore puts up another 3. And here comes Schneider. He's going to come up to the mound. He gives a little signal to the pen. So they're going to take a little break in the action as we're going to get a pitching change here in the bottom of the third inning. Bassett, who's had a phenomenal July, who won all 4 of his starts, cannot get it together here this evening. Yikes. 6-3 Baltimore. And we're still in the bottom of the third inning. Unbelievable. That was crazy. But to finish that thought, J-Rock, you know, I'd love to see some kind of a hybrid system, right? Let the umpires still make the balls and strikes, but have some kind of technology that kind of gives them a little buzz, right? If it's a strike, maybe it gives them a little buzz, a little ring in the ear, a little something. So if he's not sure of a call, or there's a close call where he's pretty sure it was a ball and he calls it a strike, you know, maybe there's a hybrid approach where they can make that position a little bit more efficient. Oh, we got to turn this one around. We got to turn this one around. New Bassett was due for, yeah, I mean, AR, he's been so good, right? So good. Mason Flaherty, who was warming up, is going to come in and take the mound. We'll see if he can give us a couple of innings here. Now the Blue Jays are in one of those positions where, you know, it's the first game of the series. They got a doubleheader coming up. They got lots of afternoon ball. You do not want to have to blow through a whole bunch of relievers here in this first game. So not exactly what the Blue Jays wanted to see. The other part of it too, and again, I'm not blaming Bassett. He's been so good. And listen, you're due for a bad outing once in a while. But with the trade deadline coming up and the focus on pitching, you know, it's one of those things where now the Blue Jays are going to have to look and say, do we actually need some long-term relievers, something who can come in? Spelled differently, AR, so it's Fluharty. He comes in with an ERA of 5.15 through 39 games this year. Ouch. That is a little tough. It's a lot tough, but let's see if he can give some good innings here. Bassett is completely drenched. He is sweating up a storm here. So no doubt the heat is kind of getting to him, but hey, you play for the love of the game, and sometimes that means you're playing in the heat. First pitch is going to miss. Ball one. Could have kept Bassett in to keep throwing balls. You comfortable with any of the starters on the mound come playoffs? Ooh, Razor. Now that is a good question. Are you comfortable with the guys on the mound? This one is going to be hit hard, scooped up over to second for one, over to first in time for two. And the Blue Jays turn a double play just like that. Good job. Good job getting out of it. Am I comfortable? Am I comfortable? Am I comfortable? No. I mean, listen, I think the Jays are so streaky and they can get some decent pitching. We know Gausman is a monster, right? Gausman is really, really good. The others, it really is frustrating, right? When you think about it, Gausman, we know he's a good pitcher. He usually always has good performances. We've streamed a lot of games this year where Jose Barreros seemed to be the starter, and he's been decent for about 4 innings. And then the 5th inning, things get a little skeptical. Bassett, of course, has had a really good July, not a good day today. You know, Scherzer, you know, he needs to be better. I'm not overly comfortable with them. I don't know what the answer is, to be honest with you. I really don't. Who would I start? Gausman would be my starter. If I had to pick today as my game 1 starter, it's Kevin Gausman. He's my starter. I like him so much. I think he's great. I think he's really, really a good pitcher. But they need help, right? They certainly need some help. So, I don't know. He's my guy. That's who you feel as well. He's kind of always been the guy I like, to be honest with you. And he's performed year after year consistently. But the Blue Jays need some help, for sure. Help in pitching is what they need to do. And it's a little nerve-wracking to know what are they going to have to give up to solidify that particular area. All right, time to get back in it. Ernie Clement is going to get the job. Orioles scored 3 in the second, 3 more in the third. Ernie, Lurperfido, and Heineman going to be the 3 up for the Blue Jays here. Here's the first pitch. Clement shows bunt, then he pulls it away. Pitch was the side of the strike zone, but not called, so it's going to be 1-0. He fouled out in the second. He is averaging 277, so you know he can make some good contact. Top of the 4th, pitch in there for a strike. Going to even it up at 1-1. No, I'm not overly concerned about, you mean, am I concerned about Kirk in regards to his injury or just his general play? I'm a big fan of Kirk, a huge fan of Kirk. This one in there, 2-1 now to Clement. I'm a big fan of Kirk. You know, obviously, anytime you get hurt, you know, you hope they don't rush a guy back. But I'm not overly concerned. I think he'll be fine. This one is going to be hit up the middle, and there's a base hit. Good job, Ernie. That's what you got to do. Puts it on. That's true. Any concussion is concerning. The fact they're talking about a short IR stint is good. I mean, that can obviously turn at any time, right? You never know when a concussion could turn worse. Thank you for hitting that subscribe, by the way. Max, welcome in. So we hope he's okay. Astelars, that's a great point, Razor. This one is going to be hit foul. Lure Profito putting it to the left side, 0-1. It's a great point, Astelars. You know, you never know what you're going to get with the concussion. It could seem like nothing, and all of a sudden you get up to start throwing and it could hit you. So we hope he's okay. Based off the reports, he seems to be okay, but you're right. You never know. Here's the pitch outside, can even it up to 1-1. Jays have a runner on, which is a good sign. Lure Profito, since the All-Star break, is 321. 2 RBIs. Just play some small ball here. Make some contact. Get on base. You're down by 3. 3 runs is nothing in the game of baseball. Swinging through. Gonna miss 1-2. Well, that wasn't exactly what you need to do. You got to make contact. Let's go, Jays. Still early. Got lots of time left to go. So even if he ends up being out a month, it's not horrible. You hope, I mean, obviously, you hope that isn't the case, but Kirk has been clutch. He's been really good for this squad. 1-2 to Lure Profito. This one is going to be foul back. Stays alive. Staying in there, hanging in there. Lure Profito, the kid, making a real name for himself. He's been so much fun to watch. So much fun to watch. 6-3 Baltimore, 1-2. Here's a pitch from Eflin. Lure Profito hits it through, and that's going to put a runner on first. Advances the runners. Lure Profito on first. Clement stops at second. I thought he was turning the corner. Going to try and take third, but he turns around and comes right back. That's right, Matt. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Mega, what's going on? Welcome in. Mega, I was on vacation, my man. We were on vacation. But we'll be back Friday for the Argos. Friday night football. Play ball. 6-3. 2 on. Here comes Heineman. Heineman represents the tying run at this point. Thank you, Mega. Yeah, I'm doing really good. We had a great time up north. Here's a pitch. Heineman going to square down with the bunts and lays it foul. Going to be 0-1. Trying to go with the bunt, trying to advance the runners. Wouldn't mind them swapping 3 runs back and forth, right? Depends if you have the over or under. But they're playing really good. These kids are playing good. You never know what they're going to do. Going to square down a bunt again. This time he drops it. Going to be picked up. Advances the runners out at first, but sacrifices to move them over. So there you go. 1 out. We got runners on second and third with speed. Lots of speed. So, you know, a fly ball, a deep fly ball at least scores 1. A single probably scores 2. And of course, it takes away the standard double play. So a good, well-executed bunt there by Heineman. Like to see that. Not always easy to square that down and dead the ball. Wagner first pitch in on the hands, ball 1. So Wagner 0 for 1. He lined out in the third. Runners in scoring positions. Blue Jays hitting 280, and this one is hit, and it's dropped. Gonna throw it over. Holiday tried to make the catch. He dropped it. That is kind of worst case scenario. A line drive hit to Holiday, who caught it and dropped it. And good heads up base running here by Clement. He sees this go. It's caught and bobbled, and Clement turns on the jets, and he runs this one home. The throw does not come to plate. It goes to first to get the force out, but at least the Blue Jays are able to score one. So heads up base running there, 6-4. And here comes Lucas as we go to the top of the lineup. 6-4. We got a runner on second. Lucas had a solo home run in the third inning. Let's see what he can do here. The Blue Jays got one back. Just got to keep chipping away. This one outside. 2-0 the count now. Lorpafito sitting out here on second base. Setting it up as Lucas. Waiting. Eflin is up to 65 pitches. This one in on the hands. Fouled back. Just couldn't lay off of it. Could not lay off of it. Just saw it and got excited. Fouled it back. 2-1. Lucas, let's go, buddy. Just put it into play. You don't have to put it over the fence again. You just got to put this one in play. 2-1 set. Here's a delivery. Outside. Going to go to 3-1. Good job. 3-1. Hello, Charlie. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream. 3-1 the count, 2 outs. Let's see. He's probably going to try and put this one in the strike zone. He does. Oh, this is hit hard. It's going back to center field, back to the track, to the wall. It's caught at the wall. What a catch. Takes the home run away from Lucas. Straight away center field, climbing the wall, making the catch, robbing of a 2-run shot. Are you kidding me? Wow. What a catch. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness. I mean, that was a monster shot all the way to the wall. Just climbs it up. Oh, heartbreak. But a great, spectacular catch there by Mullins. Wow. That's what I love about baseball. Going up, climbing the wall, making a spectacular catch. Oof, at least the Jays got one back. Going to bring it to 6-4 as we enter the bottom of inning number 4. It's been a little slow with all the runs and the pitching change, and of course, but wow, this was exciting. But welcome in wherever you're watching from. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you're hitting the like button, tapping that screen, hitting the follows, and of course, hitting those subscribes as well. We appreciate you joining along for the action. We got 2 streams this week. Of course, we're bookending it Monday. Here we are with the Blue Jays and the O's. And Friday, it's going to be some CFL action with the Toronto Argonauts. The Argos looking to pick up another straight win, and it's going to be against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. So Toronto and Winnipeg going toe-to-toe Friday night, 7:30. That is going to be the case. So thank you so much for joining us. Oliver, what's going on? This catch by Mullins, wasn't that spectacular? That was outstanding. And he knew it. You knew it too. You just saw he was there. He runs back. He climbs that wall and just boom, snags it. Beauty. Absolutely beauty. And here comes Mullins. He's going to be up to bat now. What a phenomenal catch. Flaherty in here, going to throw his third pitch of the game to Cedric Mullins. Mullins had a 2-run shot in the second. Boy, has he been a key part of this O's lineup here today. A 2-run shot, and he just robbed the Jays of a 2-run shot. Keith, what's going on? Going to be a high-scoring game. Yeah, 6-4 it is right now. 1-1 is the count. Flaherty is setting up. He's going to deliver. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Nice pitch. And he has a home run like right. Just makes it so much worse. I think the score is going to be 10-12. Big time scores. If they keep up this pace, it's going to be a big scoring game. But hey, Who knows? Maybe in the heat, it'll start to slow down a bit and they'll actually start finding the strike zone. But all kidding aside, it makes you wonder, since they've implemented the shot clock, the pitchers are working a lot faster. Hey, The Rock, what's going on? It is 6-4 Baltimore. Here's the 2-2, going to be foul back. It makes you wonder, since they have to work quicker because of that shot clock, obviously they don't have as much time to kind of try and cool themselves down a little bit. So you wonder if that heat, if that quick pace is contributing to a lot of these wild pitches. This one is hit hard into center field under it, and Luke is going to make that catch. So quick turnaround and one down here for Baltimore. We'll take that one. Fluharty with a nice pitch, just getting things done. So good job, JT Horrific, what's going in? Welcome in, fellow Jays fan. Welcome to the party. Hopefully the Blue Jays can turn this around and make it a party. Get something going. Here's a pitch high. 1-0 to Mayo. Mayo went 1-for-1 with a solo homer in the second, getting the average up to 226. And of course, when he hit that home run, he was a full count on the board. He's going to swing through this one and foul it back and even it up a 1-1. Mullins is so good. That catch was ridiculous. Mayo's been on a tear the last couple of days. Yeah, but that, good for him for hitting that home run. But Mullins right now, the 2-run shot, that unbelievable catch to steal a 2-run shot away. My goodness, he's through 4 innings. He's got to be the MVP right now. Mullins has been spectacular. This in off the bat, tried to hold back the swing, and Mayo catches a piece. That's going to be fouled back. Brandon Little is up now, warming up. Little is getting set. And of course, this is what we talked about, right? Now that you've pulled your starter, you're at the point where you got to figure out, what do you want to do with all your relievers? Fluharty misses, going to be outside, 2-2. Do you want to just give each guy an inning or 2 innings and kind of work through it that way? Do you want to let Fluharty go 2, 3, 4 innings? It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to manage this right now, because there's a lot of baseball left to play in Baltimore. This is going to be popped up again, and looking for it. They don't see it. So it's still 2-2, 1 out. You like Little? Yeah, Little's okay. He's okay. So he's getting himself set, and you can see already he is very shiny, Fluharty. He's going to deliver, and this is hit hard down the left side. It's going to drop in. There's a base hit. Pitches the pitch. The throw from left field is going to come into second base, holding the runner. But that's okay. I don't mind this one because it sets up the double play ball. But you can see Fluharty's only thrown 14 pitches. And he's shining and sweaty, and you can tell he is hot. The heat is definitely a factor right now. Fluharty getting ready to deliver his 15th pitch. It's going to drop in for a strike. Good pitch there. It's Holiday making his way back up. He's 0-for-2 this evening. I can email you some fresh. Ooh, nice, Dallas. Setting it up. Here's the delivery down low in the dirt. Going to be 1-1. 1-1. Come on, Jays. It's tough. I get it, right? You're throwing in this hard heat. But that's okay. Setting up for the 1-1. 1 runner on. Here's the pitch up high. Going to go to 2-1. Just slow it down a little bit. No need to rush. No need to rush at all. Fluharty is set. 18th pitch. This is going to be foul back. 2-2 now. Can even it. There we go. All right. You're in a good position right now. 2-2. They got a runner on, so double play is possible. Hopefully they can make something happening, and welcome in for everybody who is joining. We appreciate it. Setting it up, long look. Here's the pitch down in the dirt again. Going to bring it to a full count. Full count now. Feeling a little bit of the pressure with that runner on first base. Need to play on a skating rink. Rissies, I would love to see baseball on ice. Baseball on ice would be fantastic. 6-4. 3-2. Pickoff attempts. Mayo is back. Vladdy gonna return the ball. Some boos coming out in the crowd. The crowd never a fan of the pickoff attempt. But when you get a guy, oh boy, is it so good. Pitch in there for a strike. Gonna ring him up. Holiday sits down, goes 0 for 3. Nice pitch. First strikeout here for Fluharty. 2 outs now. 2 outs now. We'll take it. That's going to bring up Westberg, who's had quite a nice night. He's 2 for 2. 1 run on the evening. He's hitting 257 now. Just got a piece of the strike zone. So let's see how Fluharty is going to deliver here. First pitch drops down. Going to be a ball. Ooh, 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 ooh. This one is going to get a little interesting. 2 for 2 tonight. Westberg having a nice little game for himself. Helping move that average up. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. 81 miles an hour with the sweeper. Going back-to-back sweeps. Back-to-back sweepers, that is. Fluharty taking a deep breath. Getting himself set. Now he's going to deliver. Swing through that cutter. 1-2. Here we go. All right, Fluharty. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. 2 outs. 1 on. 1 for 2's the count. 6-4. Baltimore has the lead. Jays want to end this. They want to keep chipping away. Let's go. Big pitch right here. It's going to be hammered thin and can't get over was Bichette. Darn it. That's going to be a base hit. Mayo goes to third, trying to extend it. Come on, that is lazy fielding, Blue Jays. A routine single ends up turning into a double. Come on, a lazy fielding effort here by the Blue Jay defense. Wow. Westberg goes 3 for 3, hit that past Bichette into left field, and the Blue Jays lazily pick that up and toss it in. And running on his horse was able to turn that routine single into a stand-up double. That is just bad baseball, Blue Jays defense. And the umpire is actually coming together. What's going on here? Blue Jays are challenging the play at second base. Let's see this replay. Oh, he hops. He's going to be out. So Westberg came in with the slide. The tag was applied, but as he pops up, because, you know, as you pop up, he kind of leapt up off the base for a second. This should be an out. This should be an out because he slides into the base. He hits with his foot, and as he pops up, he comes right off the bag, 2 feet in the air. He is off the bag. This should be an out, inning over. There it is. Good call, umpires. Good challenge, Blue Jays. They catch that one, and the Blue Jays, by the luck and the hair of their chinny chin chin, get out of this one. Springer, Guerrero, Bichette all due up next. Holy smokes, were the Blue Jays lucky to get out of that one. Wow. All sliding technique, and my goodness. Yeah, Lando, that was something, wasn't it? What a great catch. What a great catch that was. Ivor, how's it going? Yeah, that's out. And such an eagle eye, right? Eagle eye. Good that they spotted that. And it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. 2 minutes. high bat swinging. Rissies, that's funny. That is very funny. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for watching along with us. We've had some some amazing folks in here tonight. What a great community this is. So thank you so much for participating. If you're watching along in the background and you're not chatting along, come in and say hello. Let us know who you're cheering for, where you're watching from. We'd love to get to know you a little bit. Now, one of the things about our vacation I have to tell you about, hey, Pure Talent, what's going on? You and me both, buddy. One of the fun things on our adventures, have you heard of dirty soda before? Has anybody heard of dirty soda? Well, apparently there's a show, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I've not watched it myself, but there's this, they kind of mainstream and brought this dirty soda thing to light. So up where we were, they had a location. If you follow my Instagram, you probably saw some of the pictures we put up. It was actually quite amazing. So what you do is you take your drink, whether it's a Coke, a Mountain Dew, a Dr. Pepper, energy drink, a sparkling water, you pick your base, and then you mix into it different flavors. So the one that I had was a Coca-Cola Classic with cherry syrup, some vanilla syrup, and cream. And it actually was outstanding. So I have to give a big shout out to the Dirty Soda girls. And good stuff. Thank you for making us some good beverages all week long. First pitch here to Springer, going to be down in the dirt, going to be 1-0. But if you've never tried a dirty soda, something, if you know where they have them, you must try it. They're great. Remember when Springer was jumping and got tagged? I do. Yes, I do for sure. It happens, right? It happens. Heresies. That's great. All right, Springer set for the 2-0. Here's the pitch. He's going to swing hard. Fouls this one back. 2-1. Brewers trading the Rays for Jansen. Oh, boy. Bouncing, he has. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Springer lays off that one. Oh, outside, but gets the call strike. Can even it up at 2-2. We're here at top of the 5th inning. Springer hammers this one foul, continuing to chip away. Jay's only down by 2, and you know they can turn that around at any time. So good work here by the Blue Jays. Springer set 2-2, pitch, and he's going to put this one in play, and it's just foul. Oh, that just snuck by third base. If that was on the other side, that would have been a great hit. It would have been a double. 2-2, he's still fighting here. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Would love to put something in play. Like to get a hit. Here's the 2-2, and he's going to swing right through it, and he knew it. As you could read it on his face as he was swinging. He knew he should have held off. But a nice pitch, and that's going to be Eflin's 3rd strikeout. That's going to bring up Vladdy Guerrero. Only a couple of Jays without hits. Springer doesn't have a hit tonight. Berger doesn't have a hit tonight. Heineman and Wagner do not have hits tonight, but Heineman did have that sac bunt. Here's Vladdy. Takes it outside. Hey, what's going on, Todd? Swamp water as a kid at the restaurant for us kids. The joys of fountain pop machine, perks of the job. And now about these Jays. Todd, hope you're doing well. That's awesome. Oh, gotta love a little fountain pop. Come on, Vladdy. Here's the 1-1. Vladdy gonna hammer this one on the turf. That's gonna squeak through, so it is a base hit for Vladdy. It went off the glove of the second baseman. I don't believe that's going to be an error because that was a sharply hit ball. Tried to stab at it, couldn't come up with it. But the Jays get one on. All right, Bo, you know what time it is. Vladdy did it before. It's time for you, Big Bo. Thank you, Pure Talent, for hitting that follow. Appreciate it. Let's go, Bo. Let's go, Bo. Let's go, Bo. See what he can do. Here's the pitch in their first strike, taking it all the way. Isn't it funny how you can tell if a guy was going to swing or not? Bo's got 2 singles tonight. He's 2 for 2, getting closer to that 300 average, sitting at 292. Would love to get a nice hit here. This one is going to be outside. Bo swings at it, fouls it. It's a little blooper. Is it going to drop? It does. Bo Bichette goes to 3 for 3. My goodness. 8 for 8 if you include the last game. Bo Bichette, nice job. 8 consecutive hits. Puts him up with Adam Lind, Tony Fernandez, Paul Molitor, and Rance Mullenix. So good job, Bobo. 2 on, 1 out here for the Blue Jays. Here comes my man Barger. Come on, Addy. And that's it. Eflin is going to be pulled out. He's going to sit down, and they're going to take a little commercial as Baltimore going to make a little bit of a pitching change. So a little mound visit. Didn't like what they were seeing from Eflin, and he's going to find his way out of this game. But a nice game. He ends up with a couple of strikeouts. Needed to get that done. Goes 4.1 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 2 home runs for Eflin, the line on the day. But Barger is going to find his way in, and Barger really needs to keep this going. Corbin Martin going to be coming in to replace Zach Efron. Not Efron, it's Efron. So we'll see what Corbin Martin's going to do. What kind of stuff is he going to have here tonight? How is he going to turn this around? Or will the Blue Jays continue to put some hits up? It's funny, as we sit here in the top of inning number 5, 8 hits on the day for the Blue Jays, 9 hits for Baltimore. And we've seen a number of home runs. Lucas and Guerrero had the home runs for the Blue Jays. For the Orioles, it was Mullins. And it was an absolute beauty. I'm missing somebody here. Who am I missing? Mullins. I thought they had, Mayo. There it is. Mayo had the other one. So big time home runs all around. 4 homers in the game. If you're a home run watcher, this is the doozy. Baltimore had 3 in the second, 3 in the third. Toronto had 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and they're looking to get something going here. Hey, Craig, how's it going? How much confidence do the Jays have now since they're number 1 in baseball? First time since 92. Craig, I think there's a lot of confidence. Obviously, right now, they're struggling a little bit. But they are going to come back. They're going to chip away. So they got 2 on here with 1 out. Pitching change has been made. Martin going to pitch to Barger. Come on, Barger. First pitch going to be fouled off. Barger loves those pitches inside. Likes to foul them back. Just can't hold off them, though. Cannot hold off them. But if he connects, if he can put one in play, let's go. Let's open things up. Here's the 0-1. Outside on the other end. Can't hold back again. Going to foul it off. So Barger in the hole real quick, 0-2. Strikeout and a line out is his day. He's 0 for 2 tonight. But you know, this boy can play. He can really play. Hey, Korean, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see ya. Let's come back and take this. Got to take care of business. Pitch is going to be up high, 1-2. The way the umpire has been calling some of those pitches that are borderline makes me super nervous. But good eye there to lay off of it. 1-2. Got to put something in play here. Here's a pitch. Going to foul this one back yet again. Can't even say we can hear the ball off the bat, let alone watch. Homer, you should get a prop like Klinger of MASH. Prop. Lots of prop. We're going to end up like Carrot Top if we start bringing in a bunch of props. So Barger getting himself set. 2 on, 1 out. Big opportunity. Here's the pitch. Swings right through it. Oh, another out. He's 0 for 3 tonight. That's 2 outs now. 2 outs now. Come on, Blue Jays. Jansen, what's going on? It's not good to be hot at this time of year. Look at the Rays. 16 or 18 games. Skid. Let's go, Blue Jays. Hey, that's okay. I mean, we know they will slide at some point. This is going to catch the bottom of the strike zone. Strike 1 to Ernie Clement. They will lose some games, but as long as they can find their way back, I'm okay with it. They gotta remember these times as the positive times. 0-1, he's gonna foul this one back, so Ernie's gonna be 0-2. Real quickly, the Blue Jays with 2 on, 2 outs, and Ernie finds himself in the hole. 0-2. Boy, did this momentum kind of turn around real quick as Corbin Martin comes in, and he's been pitching very, very well here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Clement chases, and he's going to be out, and that's going to be it. The Blue Jays cannot capitalize with a real good inning, getting 2 on. They cannot bring them around. So we go to bottom of inning number 5, middle of the 5th inning. This is when I'd normally get up and go get that nice soft ice cream twist cone. Oh, one day, another time. The Blue Jays, best in the league. They're going to need some help to find their way back. If we take a quick look around the league, the Tigers are up 5-0 over the Diamondbacks. Yankees and Rays are tied at 2s. Dodgers and Reds tied at 1s. Phillies 2-0 over the White Sox. Royals 2-0 over the Braves. Cubbies 3-0 over the Brewers. We got Astros and Nationals at 0-0. Red Sox and Twins 0-0. Marlins and Cardinals also 0-0. The Blue Jays currently right now, they are just hanging in there. They are doing quite a fine job. They're 5.5 games up on the Yankees, 6.5 games up on the Red Sox. So that is just absolutely spectacular. Spectacular to see. They are 63 and 43, 2 games better than Detroit Tigers, who are 61 and 46. They got 2 more wins there. The Tigers, of course, were on quite a slump, losing 4 of their last 5. And of course, they did beat the Blue Jays on Sunday. Yes, just yesterday, 10-4. The Yankees and Red Sox, and this just shows you how tough the AL East division is. You got Toronto, New York, and Boston all in the top 5 in the American League. I mean, that's just crazy. The Cubbies are 62 and 43, as is Milwaukee. The Mets are 62 and 44. The Blue Jays, the only club with 63 wins on the season right now. So hopefully they can continue to grow and continue to win some games, but they're going to have to find a way of slowing down this Oriole team, who they're still ahead. They're hanging on, getting some good relief pitching. And here comes Little. Little is going to make his way into the ball game. Brandon Little, a 1.90 ERA in 49 games this year. So the Blue Jays working through some pitchers, working through some relievers. Let's see what he can do. Let's see how they can turn this one around. Here's the pitch. Misses first pitch. Ball 1. Gunnar Henderson making his way up. He walked and scored in the 3rd inning. Gunnar looking to get this inning started with the bang. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Going to even up that count. Evening up that count. That's what we like to see. Right, Dallas? They left Bo hanging. Tommy Nance is the guy. Brandon Little threw like 2 pitches. And we already got a batter warming up here. Lance is up in the pen. So this will be a short stint for Little. This is going to be put into play. Foul, though. So 1-2. The question is, do they give him 1 hitter, 2 hitter? How many hitters are they going to give Little? Crazy how they're going to move him around so quick. Little is set. Here's the pitch. Down in the dumps, they appeal it. They say he went around, and Gunnar Henderson strikes out swinging. So there you go. Brennan Little comes in, grabs a strikeout. Good job there. Nice to see. He has had a couple of days off. He did pitch a couple of days ago, so he's not going to see a ton of time. Well, you got to let him go. Get a strikeout. Keep it going. One down for the O's, bottom of the 5th inning. Maybe the second half of this game will move a little quicker than the first half of this game certainly did. Setting it up, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Catches a corner, strike 1. Nice job. Grays, what's going on? Welcome in. Let's go Blue Jays. Russman is coming up. 1 for 2. He had a 2-run double in the 3rd. He's set to go. Rushman, got to watch that bat. 0 for 1. Pitching him outside. Going to be 0 for 2. 1 and 1. Wanted to check down the line to see if he went around to make it 0 and 2, but they did not. 1 and 1. Set. Here's the delivery. Up high, in on the hands. Going to be 2 and 1. Kind of push him back off the plate a little bit. Make sure he's staying back. Slammed. What's going on? Welcome in. Let's go Jays. Here's the pitch. Inside again. Going to go to... Yikes. 3 and 1 now is the count. Little, who came in real good with that first batter, got a quick strike, has been a little wild here the last couple pitches. 3 and 1, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Misses the corner, but gets the call. 3-2, full count. Wow. Lucky call, lucky call. We'll take that, right? We'll take it. They're spraying the mist. They got the hose going with the mist into the crowd, trying to keep the fans cool out there. This is going to be hammered hard. Fair ball, they call it. This is going to roll right down to the corner. Rushman is going for 2. It's picked up and tossed into the infield. It's going to be a 1-out double here. His 11th double on the season. A ground ball. Loperfido had to chase that one into the corner. He hit this one hard. Right down the line, and that hits the line. You see the chalk go splat. That one hits the line, and it's a fair ball. Huge riser on the prospect rankings. So Kareem, do they offer him up in a trade, or are they going to hang on to him? Is he going to be trade bait? They do, Kareem, absolutely. This one is going to be hit hard into right center. It's going to drop down. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Barger's going to pick it up. Baltimore going to score another one. And it's another double. Ryan O'Hearn with his 15th back-to-back doubles here for Baltimore. As Brennan Little comes in, plays very well with the first batter, and yikes, gives up back-to-back doubles. Another run scored here by Baltimore. Drops it into right center field. It goes all the way to the wall. Barger a little slow to pick it up, but he had no play nonetheless. My goodness, we're going to have to switch drinks here. Baltimore up by 3, 7-4. 1 out. They still have a runner on second. Wow. Hey, Jeffrey, what's going on? Welcome in. Every time Baltimore scores, we got to take a drink of the orange drink. Wow. Unbelievable. The Blue Jays were chipping away, and just not good play here. Tough. Pitchers are struggling. This is going to be gulped. This is back a mile. Forget about it. This one is out of here. Another home run. Another 2-run shot. Baltimore with another 3-run inning, and it's going to be 9-4. 428 feet. Oh my gosh. Ridiculous. Wow. You throw it in, just hangs it up over the plate. And this one is just Hammered. It did drop down, but not enough. And this is just hit a ton through that humidity. Wow. Yeah, Jeffrey, very, very sad. It's insane. Phantasmic. It is insane. Unbelievable. Right, Dallas? I mean, that was a huge shot, too. What's up, Mad Hatter? Birdland rules. Unbelievable. 9-4. This is crazy. The Blue Jays just getting chewed on by the Orioles right now. Down by 5. In their first strike, it's going to be 2-1 the count now. Cowser in here. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Oh, that one hurt. The Jays, they were 2 runs back. That 2 is now multiplied to 5. In there for another strike call. 2-2 can even it up. You never know, Kareem. You never know. I've heard anything can happen in the game of baseball. We know the Jays can score, and they can score a ton. You can't count them out. Here's the 2-2 in the dirt. Going to go to 3-2. Full count. Come on, Little. Come on, pull it together here. Oh, you taught 100% for sure. For sure. 3-2. 1 out. Come on, Jays. Barger, yeah, big time AR. This one misses. Gonna send him to first. Walked him. Walked him. Come on, Little. And here comes Mullins now. Mullins gonna make his way up. Oh, the Blue Jays pitchers tonight just having a very difficult time consistently finding the strike zone. So Mullins steps in. He's 1 for 2 with that massive 2-run home run. Ugh. Here's the pitch. Going to be foul back. Jays just, they're struggling right now. Struggling. But this is where the leadership in this team needs to step things up. The leadership behind this bench needs to motivate and get them going. Misses down low. And it's tough because a lot of it is self-inflicted. A lot of walks. I mean, a lot of hits too. We can't count that out. 12 hits now for Baltimore. A bunch of home runs. It's the pitching for the Blue Jays has not been good today. And it doesn't matter who has been pitching. The pitching as a total, as a unit, have not been good. Wow. Yikes. I mean, this is tough. O's fans are celebrating. And this one is going to be hammered down the right field line. Into the corner, this is going to be another double. Barger going to throw this one, and it's cut off. So another double here for Mullins. Had a ton of doubles, his 16th double. So all of a sudden now the Blue Jays have runners on second and third. Still 1 out. And here comes Schneider. He gives the gun. And they're going to make a little bit of a pitching change. The Blue Jays cannot find a pitcher tonight who can actually find the plate. Wow. You know, we talked early in this game in the 3rd inning when they were looking to pull Bassett, and we said, what are they going to do with these pitchers? What are they going to do? You know, they can't run through all of their relievers. Well, right now, that's exactly what they're doing. They are running through all their relievers, and this has been very, very tough. Welcome in, though, for those of you that are hanging out with us tonight and sticking around. Let's see if the Jays can come back, but thank you for tuning in. And again, if those of you that recently came in, we haven't met, my name is Sam. Thank you so much for joining the stream with us here tonight. Make sure you are tapping that like button. We appreciate it. It's free to do. And of course, hit that follow or subscribe. And thank you so much for being a part of our community. So we cover Blue Jays baseball. We got 2 streams this week, of course, tonight. There's a couple afternoon games, which unfortunately we can't do due to my actual day job, due to work. But we'll be back Friday night for Friday night CFL Canadian football as the Toronto Argonauts looking to pick up another win, and this time over the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Kind of a home and home. They beat Winnipeg just the other night in a very exciting game. Caleros getting knocked out again. Will he return to play? We will have to see. Of course, the Argonauts just putting their star quarterback on the injured list for another several weeks in Chad Kelly, so he is not going to be returning. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the Argos can play come Friday night. But before we get to Friday, we got to finish this one here. The Blue Jays are in a whole heap load of trouble. Can't you work from home, right, Dallas? The Blue Jays are in a whole heap of trouble. They got to figure it out and figure it out real quick. Tommy Nance, he's appeared in 4 games this year. Tommy Nance is going to make an appearance. He's got a 1.80 ERA. Oof. There is a doubleheader tomorrow. And yikes is all we can say. Your East Coast, so you remember the old baseball digest. I'm having summer flashbacks of baseball cards, and then I just remembered the stack of oh yes, baseball digest for sure. I actually, you talk about baseball cards, Todd. I used to love, and not so much for baseball, I did it for hockey cards a lot, but the old Beckett magazines, the hockey card price guides, I would buy those and I'd sit and flip through those all the time. 1-1. The count can even up to Mayo. Mayo is back up here. His last 6 games, he's 6 for 12 with 4 RBIs. Kobe Mayo having a nice game. He's got a home run here tonight. 1-1, 1 out. Here's the pitch. He's going to foul it off somebody's ankle. Looked like Heineman took that one off the ankle. Oh, Mad Hatter. That's funny. So the Blue Jays, hopefully, Tommy Nance can find the strike zone and can get the Jays some much needed pitching in this ball game here. Going to be very, very important, very clutch what the Blue Jays could do. Yeah, Mega, they're getting beat up on pretty good right now. Here's the pitch, going to be chopped right up to the mound. Grab, thrown to first. Vladdy has to touch up. They get the force out, but interesting play because Baltimore is going to score another run to make it 10-4. Nance was right there. He could have very easily tossed that to the catcher and got the out at home plate. And it was chipped right up. The run was coming. There was no way he was turning around. He didn't want to take the chance. I mean, I personally think he would have had the play at home plate, but instead he gives up the run at home, goes for the force out. Jay's now down by 6. 2 outs now. Pitch in there to Holiday is going to be a strike. 1972 was the only complete set of baseball cards you ever collected. Wow. Trash bags of chewing gum. Pitch in there, strike 2. Nice pitch. First game is at noon. They're going to burst into, Dallas. It's expected to be about 40 degrees, which we checked earlier is about 104 Fahrenheit. It is going to be hot tomorrow. So very curious to see what the performance is going to be like. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 call. So the Blue Jays get out of it, but they give up way too many runs. A 4 spot put on the board. The Blue Jays now down by 6. Going into the top of the 6th inning, they're going to have to get their bats hot right away if they want to get back into this ball game. Pre-Beckett's, but yeah, I could look for them for a while. Apparently they're collector's items as well. Never finished a baseball set, but I did hockey. Yeah, I've never finished a baseball card set either. They're just so big. There's just so many cards. But yeah, I got lots of full sets of hockey cards. Love collecting my hockey cards. Can't wait for this season. Hey, good night. What's going on? Folding like a lawn chair. Yes, they are. It is not looking good. Sama, what's up? No way Blue Jays can get 3 more. They can. They'll need 6 more. They can do it, but it's an uphill battle right now. It's an uphill. Cue Miley Cyrus. Let's get the climb playing, because that's what the Blue Jays are going to have to do right now. It is going to be a big time climb to try and get up here and try to get things going. So it is going to be a very, very interesting road for this Blue Jay team. They can do it. If anybody can do it, they can do it. I don't want them just to roll over. See, this inning was tough. It really is a turning point. If you're looking for a turning point, starting in this inning, the Jays were down by 2. That was definitely doable. No, I don't. Why do you think they're frauds? I don't think they're frauds. They definitely could have come back from 2. All of a sudden, they open it up, and now they're down by 6. And listen, the Blue Jays, they played some really good baseball. You don't become the top team in baseball as being a fraud. You have to be able to play a lot of good baseball to do that, and they have, and they've won a ton of games. But they're the first team to be at 63 wins this year. So it's going to happen. You're going to lose some games. You're going to win some games. You're going to lose some games. First pitch here to Lord Profito is in there. First strike. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th. Upper Deck Series 1 and 2 and 90 kind of lost me. Yeah, you know, Todd, the early 90s were really bad for sports cards. Really bad for sports cards. They were just so overproduced, mass produced that, you know, a lot of value was lost, and it kind of did it. It's 4 runs enough for free Timbits. This is going to be foul back again. I could totally go for a Timbit right about now. Numbers on the board. How's it going? All things reset in October. That's true. That's true. All you got to do is get in. You got to qualify to play, and anything can happen. So 1 and 2 to Lord Profito. Takes this pitch right down the pipe. Strikeout. Doesn't even take the shoulder off, or the bat off the shoulder. Yikes. That's not a good look for the kid. That is not a good look. Heineman gonna find his way up here. Heineman gonna find his way up. Need Orioles emojis, but yeah, Hatter, I just ran out of time with the game starting a little earlier. I didn't get a chance to format it to load in, and this one is hit hard. It's going to drop down in the right field. This goes to the corner. It takes an awkward hop. Heineman is going to second. He's going to turn to third. Go, Heineman, go. Run, Forrest, run. He's going to be in there with a stand-up triple. Heineman, wow. This one was hit way down into the right field wall. It took a funny carom off the wall and bounced out, and the right fielder got a little turned around. Wow, because it kind of juts in and then out, and you know they thought it was going in with that little gully, and instead it hit the point and just came right back out. And Heineman finds himself on third with a stand-up triple. Nice. So 1 out, runner on third. Here's Wagner. Takes a pitch right down the pipe, doesn't swing. Get some perspective, guys. I look at a win-loss record over 10 games to give me some meaningful data points. So that's a great point, Craig. A great point. It is a very, very long season. This is a blooper. Back to the pitcher. That's going to be thrown over to first in time. Did not try to run that one in. The runner did not go. So Heineman holds as that hit was right back to the pitcher. Levo, Peachy, French and English kids are on the same page. Todd, yeah, that's true. Hey, Tam Shorts, what's going on? How are we losing? It has not been good. A lot of home runs. There have been a lot of home runs. Who do you want the Jays to add at the deadline? So numbers, it's got to be pitching. There's nobody in particular. Victor, thank you for the follow, but there definitely has to be some pitching on that list. Here's the pitch. The other thing I'm very curious to see is what kind of the going rate is going to be. You know, is it going to be just prospects, or are they going to have to give up a roster player? Going to be very interesting. 10-4, Baltimore with the lead in their first strike. 1-1 now to Lucas. 2 outs. Heineman still on third. Jay's trying to get this going. Yeah, it's bad. A lot of home runs, a lot of 3-run innings, 4-run innings. This one is going to be up high. Pitching has been the problem here tonight for the Blue Jays. They just have not been able to find the plate. Candid yards. Yeah, really is. And hopefully, I mean, this one is going to be down low, 3-1. The problem you run into, right, is if you have to give up a roster player or some roster players, you risk messing with that team chemistry, which is, you know, always nerve-wracking when you're at this type of a position. Hatter, you've been before. Nice. I have never. A great stadium. Full count now, 3-2, 2 outs. Runner on third. Come on, guys. We can't leave him stranded on third. We got to bring him home here. Got to get him home. Setting it up. Here's the 3-2 on the corner. Called strike 3. And Lucas is out. The Blue Jays are out. And the runner stranded on third. Heineman stand-up triple. Absolutely wasted, as the Blue Jays cannot find a way of bringing him home. Wow, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. Blue Jays are starting to run out of outs. Top of the 6 is done. We move to the bottom of 6. The Blue Jays, this is a tough one. I think you like the Leafs. Nah, I don't think they will. I mean, listen, the funny thing with baseball, right, is anything can happen. And you get some good pitching, it can totally change things around. So hopefully they will get that pitching. Hopefully that pitching will come back, and we'll be having a different conversation in you know, a couple of weeks to a month. We'll be talking about how good the pitching is, because it'll make a big difference. Hey, Res Sports, no worries at all. Welcome in. Good to see you. And the Leafs, you talk about the Leafs this year. I'm very curious what they're going to look like this year. Obviously, they made some big signings with Matthew Nyes. They brought in some big physical players. The Leafs are going to be an interesting team. And I'm not convinced that Brad Treliving isn't done yet. Yeah, good night. I would love to also. I mean, it would be spectacular. I don't want to say it's not possible, and I don't want to count them out, but pitching right now is the problem. We talked about the Oilers and how the Oilers weren't going to win a cup with the goaltenders they have. You know, pitching right now is kind of that same problem for the Blue Jays. They need to figure that part out and get the pitching dialed in. Doesn't seem like Pacioretty is in the mix. Excuse me, pardon me. They have not re-signed him. Now, Pacioretty has expressed that he still would like to play, but it doesn't look like he is in our mix. So Westberg is going to be up. He's 3 for 3, and he's going to hammer this one. This is going into right center. That's going to be caught. Barsher makes the catch. That's Westberg's first out, and the Blue Jays' first quick out. Usually they've been getting beaten up pretty good. Yeah, good night. Joe Carter was something else. Joe Carter was always so much fun. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate that. Joe Carter, always so much fun to watch what he was doing. Here's the pitch, gonna miss just outside. 1-0 to Henderson. Henderson is 0 for 2. He walked and scored in the third, but he has not been able to get a hit. The electricity bill. This one is going to be down low, 2-0. They got to find a way, though. And I know, listen, baseball's a summer game, and we know baseball has always been hot, right? Baseball always gets hot. But, you know, you got to find a way of keeping guys cool. It is a big problem. It is a big problem when this heat gets up like it is. And we know this heat is getting out of control. Hey, Luna, what's going on? I like that they get the hose out there and some of the fans keeping them cool, keeping them damp. This one is going to be low again. 3-1 now. Barfield was your guy in for, oh yeah. Tony Fernandez, well, and Jesse Barfield, but Tony Fernandez was so good. He was great. And then Manuel Lee comes in as well. He was pretty good. This one in the strike zone. It's going to be hit over to second. Oh my gosh. Come on, Ernie. It was there. Ernie can't take the ball out of the glove. He throws it into the field, and an out becomes a single. Blue Jays cannot catch a break. This should be an error. The ball is in the palm of the glove, and he goes to pull it out, and he kind of does one of these and tosses it behind him into the field. Oh, my goodness. Blue Jays can't catch a break here. Ernie Witt. Not Ernie Witt. Ernie Clement. So Rutschman comes up now. He's 2 for 3 today. 2 doubles, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. What a game for Rutschman. There should be 2 outs, nobody on. Instead, we got 1 on with 1 out. Oh, my goodness. You finally get a playable ball, and we can't even make the play. This is going to be high, going to 1-1. Nance is now throwing 15 pitches. That should be an error. They have not actually added it. Let's see what it says down here. Official score ruling pending. So we're waiting to see if they issue it as an error. Pickoff attempt, not successful. Wow. Unbelievable. Blue Jays just no baseball luck here tonight. Nance is set to deliver. If you missed it, Bassett pulled out much earlier. This is going to be hammered and dropping into right. Picked up Barger, and he's going to throw this one down. It's cut off by Bichette. Going to advance the runner to third. So now the Blue Jays in trouble. 1 out, runners on the corners. Baltimore continuing to put the ball in play. Nobody is up warming up. But they are in trouble. So going first to third, some nice base running. And now Baltimore runners on the corners. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. So O'Hearn is up now. He's also 2 for 3 tonight. Orioles are all smiles here. Double play would help. There it is. Going to be hit. Over to second. To first in time. Double play. And we call it. There we go. Holy smokes. We needed that one. Double play called. And that's going to do it. Thank goodness. Well, folks, we're going to the top of inning number 7. The Blue Jays are down to their last 9 outs. They need 6 runs to tie. If ever there was a chance where they needed something to start going their way, as John Cena says, their time is now. They need to pick it up. They need to get something going. This has been a struggle of a game for this Blue Jay squad. A big struggle, and oh boy, tough. It looks like old school in television. Little Tommy Lasorda's baseball, little Sega Genesis baseball. Oh man, wow. It is tough, you know. Blue Jays not doing themselves any favors. They got to give themselves a little bit of a pep talk here. They got to get themselves going. Got to get back in action, right, folks? Back in action. But I appreciate you hanging out with us. I appreciate you staying around and being part of our stream while this team is certainly struggling. Appreciate those likes so much. If you haven't hit those likes yet, make sure to tap those likes. Should Leafs trade their goaltender? No way. Good night. No way. They need to keep him. I'm happy with Stolarz and Wall. I still think they're a great combo. They're going to run into some issues because, you know, eventually they're going to have to come up with a new contract for Wall. So, you know, both Wall and Stolarz are going to make a lot of money. It's going to be interesting to see how those guys pan out as their deals come up. All right, 10-4 is the score. Baltimore with the lead. Colin Selby coming into pitch here. Colin Selby appeared in 8 games this season. He's got one of the biggest beards I've ever seen. Not quite ZZ Top long, but it is big and furry. Swing and a miss, swinging right through it. As George Springer makes his way up to bat here to start the inning, hitting .292. Yikes. He has walked and scored, but would love to get a hit. And he's going to take this one off the hands. Pops it up to short. That's going to be caught. And the Jays get one down. Thank you. Good night. I appreciate that. D&D for television was great with the keypad cards. Remember that? You had to keep, depending on the game, you put the different cards over it. It was wild. I never had it in television, but I had a friend with a ColecoVision. I loved playing ColecoVision. This pitch, top of the strike zone, no call, gonna get a ball as Vladdy Guerrero makes his way up. He's at .295. He's 2 for 3 tonight with a 2-run shot. I was an Atari kid. That was my first system. Ooh, almost hit him. In on the hands there. Vladdy standing back. 2-0. Loved my Atari. River Raid, one of my favorite games. Really enjoyed playing River Raid. And of course, Jungle Hunt was pretty good too. This pitch in there going to be called strike. 2-1. Thank you, Mischief Makers. Welcome in. Hitting that subscribe. Following along all the action. Space Invaders. Yeah, Space Invaders was classic. Vladdy going to hammer this one to third. Going to be grabbed. Long throw there in time as Vladdy slowly trots down the line. 2 outs now for the Blue Jays. Here comes Bo Bichette. Blue Jays with kind of their actions here almost seem like they've conceded. And they're just going through the motions. Pong was always fun. Remember Circus on Atari where you had the separate controller with the dial and you had to move the guy back and forth? Of course, Arknoid as well. Huge Arknoid guy. Bichette going to hit this one as short, and it's bobbled, and Bo Bichette is going to go 4 for 4 unless this is given an error. 9 consecutive hits for Bichette. Wow. That's crazy. So it is ruled a base hit. So Bo Bichette, 9th consecutive hit is a franchise record. Congratulations, Bobo. Franchise record, 9 consecutive hits for Bo Bichette. That's pretty impressive. Friends with systems, go over, trade some cards, chew some gums, look over the wish book, right? This pitch coming in, Barger going to sky it. This is going into foul territory, running. Can they make the catch? No. Going to stay alive. ColecoVision and Atari, loved Galaga. Oh, yeah, Galaga was great. Space Invaders. Then my son Mario Brothers. Mike Tyson's Punch Out was great. I like that one too, Craig. But I was a guy go to the hockey rinks, you know, go to the hockey rinks when I was a kid, sit down at the Arknoid tabletop arcade game. I would play Arknoid forever. So much fun. I wanted to buy an Arknoid tabletop game way back when, but it was kind of pricey and I really have nowhere to put it, but it would be so cool to have. This pitch gonna miss as Barger hanging on, going to 1-1 the count now. And of course, arcade machines are nowhere near today what they used to be. Now, you know, with the Raspberry Pi or whatnot, you know, you could put a million games on it. So different than having an old school original arcade machine. That's true. Good night, Munchie. This one in foul territory is going to be caught. Barger is down and the Jays are out. We are going to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. So everybody put your hands up. Find those wave emojis. Find those wave emojis. Put them in the chat. Stretch it up. Oh, 7th inning stretch. Yikes. It has not been a good day here for the Blue Jays. But Bo Bichette setting a franchise record for consecutive hits. At least there's something. Tetris and Tetris. Yeah, Todd, Tetris was so good. Had the original Pong machine in the base. Oh, wow. Hatter, that's awesome. A lot of chips on the board. Those tabletop games were so cool. I mean, sit down and you just put your quarter in and man, they were great. Oh, and they don't really make arcades like when we, you know, back in the day, you know, when you go to the arcade, and I know they were mostly pinball machines, but you go to the arcade and you could take like a roll of quarters and be there all afternoon. Nowadays, man, arcades are nowhere near that. You know, yeah, you go to a Dave and Buster's or you know, something like that, or a game room, and the games are like $1 and $2, and they're not the same. Not the same at all. I could go and play pinball forever. I was such a pinball kid. It was full size. We had bar stools. Oh, that is so cool. So awesome. All right, Justin Brule is going to make his appearance now. Why not keep the pitchers rolling? Here comes Brule. 6.14 ERA. At this point, they just want to get everybody through. They just want to get this game done and avoid any potential injuries. Of course, with a lot more baseball. Doubleheader tomorrow. Lots of baseball coming up for these Blue Jays. Like the air hockey. Air hockey was always fun. You know what I loved? Good night. Remember the old bubble hockey? It was kind of like foosball where it had the handles you had to turn and it was the big tabletop. And you had the boo button on the side. That was great. I loved that bubble hockey. That was a ton of fun. All right, here we go. Bottom of inning number 7. Let's see what Brule can do. Can he find the strike zone? This pitch in there for a strike. There we go. Good sign. Good sign. We'll take that. We'll take that. Len is trying to get a heist together. Trying to get it going. Laureano is up 2 for 3 tonight. A lot of Orioles are 2 for 3 tonight. Keep it going. This one is going to be put to short. Bo flips this one over to Vladdy in time. 1 down. Nicely done. That's the way we like it. So good start for Brawl. 2 pitches. Gets an out. 1 down. That's going to bring Cowser back up. They're mooing in the crowd because his name's Cowser. Cowser does not have a hit tonight. He's one of only 3 Orioles not to get a hit tonight. Him, Henderson, and Holiday. No hits on the board. Holiday 3 strikeouts. Cowser has scored a run. He was walked and did score a run, but has not got a hit. Here's the 1-0. This is going to be popped up. It's hit deep. Running to the wall. Gonna jump, and that's gone. Well, Hauser found a way to get his first hit of the game. He nails it over the fence. It's a solo home run as they're loading up the fireworks. As the Orioles now go up 11-4. Oh, 11-4. Cheers, Oriole fans. We got to get the orange drink out. Wow. Just a moonshot. Unbelievable. Want to convert my small bar pool tables into bubble hockey machines 3-player tournaments at card shows. That's cool, Todd. That would be very cool. That lady warming up or cooling off. Ulysses, that's amazing. Pitch is going to miss. Going to go to 2-0. Oh, that was brutal. That was just brutal. 2-0. The Orioles lighting the Jays up big time right now. So many home runs by the Orioles in this game. They've had to launch more fireworks than they do during Disney's Happily Ever After. Unreal. 11-4. Yikes. Here's the 3-0 pitch. To Mullins, and he's going to lose him 4 straight pitches. Going to walk Mullins. And here comes Mayo now. Need to be East Coast, though, as the market's out there. Yeah. Todd, I don't know too many people out that way. There is a shop that I've done some business with, and this is going to be put into play. Another base hit. Oh, and they come to third. Yikes. Going to second, not in time. Lazy defense by the Blue Jays. Calamity of errors here in Baltimore with 1 out, get runners on second and third again. So I believe, Todd, is it Pastime Sports? I believe is a store. I'd have to check on my phone, but I'm pretty sure it's Pastime Sports, who I deal with out in Vancouver. They do some good work. But yeah, out east, there's some good spots out east as well for cards for sure. Oh my goodness. So just the Blue Jays just don't know which way is up and which way is down. Just a little bit of disaster here. So in the bottom of the 7th, they put up another run. They've now got 2 more on. Still only 1 out. No potential double play ball. This is going to be skied up. Got to make a play. Wagner is under it, and yep, he's going to make the catch. So a good catch there by Wagner. That's a lucky break as Westberg is coming up. 2 outs now for the Orioles. Like they need more runs. Oh boy. That is just not good news here for the Blue Jays. Not good news at all. They're kind of getting crushed here. Blue Jays are saying, welcome back, Sam. Good to have you streaming again, but we're going to absolutely suck tonight. Westberg swings through the first one. He's 3 for 4 tonight, 3 singles and scored a run. Behind 0 for 1. Come on, Brule. Here's the pitch. It's going to be hit to short. Bichette is going to grab it, throw it over to Vladdy, and first gets him out. Thank goodness. 7th inning is done. We're on our way to the top of inning number 8 for Clement, Lorperfido, and Heineman. They are going crazy from the heat. That is for sure. Unreal. Let's take a moment and search around the league. Take a look at the scoreboard. 3-2 Rays are up over the Yankees. That's good news. Dodgers 5-1 over the Reds. Red Sox are up 3-2 over the Twins. White Sox 4-2 over the Phillies. Brewers are now beating the Cubs 4-3. Braves are up 4-2 over the Royals. Cardinals 2-0 over the Marlins. Nationals and Astros still tied at 0s. Guardians and Rockies, that game is delayed. And the only game completed right now is the Tigers 5-1 over the Diamondbacks. So lots of baseball in action right now. The Blue Jays hoping this game will end very, very, very soon, because they are certainly struggling. Certainly struggling. But they're going to pull this one around. But again, I want to say thank you to everybody for hanging with us, as it is just an ugly, ugly game. But we're almost there. We're almost there. Make sure, listen, share us out. Share us out. Hit that share button. Tell your friends, tell your colleagues to say, hey, got to check out this channel, Samwell B12. It's a fun experience. And we're enjoying the company of the folks here as the Blue Jays are getting beat up on real good. I don't know what's worse, sitting through an hour-and-a-half rain delay where the game eventually gets called, or sitting here as the Blue Jays get absolutely put out to pasture. It's a tough toss-up. It is a tough toss-up. All right, they're coming back. We're ready to get this one going. Top of inning number 8. Jays down to their last 6 outs. And there was a cow in the outfield. That is funny. Wow. All right, let's get back in here. Come on, Jays. Time to get her going. Time to turn this one around. Time to just do something special. 16 hits tonight for the Orioles. That's incredible. First pitch to Clement. He's going to hit this one into right field. And hey, just like that, the Jays are down to their last 5 outs. Nice little catch there. Grant Wolfram comes in now. Should we give him a howl because he's a wolf? Wolfram, he comes in to pitch this one out. Grant has only been in 7 games this year. Baltimore almost slapping the Blue Jays in the face, putting in these relievers who've only played a handful of games. So Lorpafito makes his way up. He's 1 for 3 today. Kid has had some struggles. This one in there for a strike, 97 miles an hour. Nice pitch. Nice pitch for sure. Blue Jays, let's go. Miles Straw comes in at bat. So sorry, Lorpafito is out. Miles Straw comes in pitch hitting for the kid who is struggling. So Straw in the hole 0 for 2. Lorpafito could have done just that. Straw in here. Here's the 0-2 from Wolfram. Just misses. Ooh, just misses. Nice pitch. Real nice pitch. Need to get this one going. All right, let me ask, is anybody in any of the chat? This one is going to be punched into play. It's going to drop in. Straw with a base hit. There you go. Anybody in the chat worried that the Blue Jays are getting beat up on like this with a big loss yesterday to the Tigers and a loss here to the Orioles? Are you nervous? Do you feel like this is just one of those kind of dumps and they're going to turn back around? Or do you feel like this is a big slide the Jays are going to go on? What are your thoughts? Does this make you nervous? Schneider going to step in here for Heineman as Straw got an at bat. And now Schneider going to step in here. Oh, nope. He comes out on the on deck circle for Wagner, excuse me. Heineman still going to play, but Schneider going to step in for Wagner here as the Blue Jays making some alignments, some pitch hitters. So 1-0 to Heineman. Here's the pitch down there. Not until the Jays blow their 5.5 game lead, then you can sweat. So you're comfortable. You're comfortable. You're sticking with it. You think they're going to be okay as long as they have that lead. We know it's all about ebbs and flows, right? It's all about ups and downs. You're not going to win every game. You are going to lose some. I would prefer they don't lose some double-digit games. You'll let me know tomorrow. All right, Len. Like a Hercules pinball machine, but with 3-player teams and a boo button. Be a huge draw. It would be, Todd. It would be a massive draw. So Heineman going to step out, calls for time. Having a little conversation there with the umpire. So 3-1 is the count. Nobody else has an opinion? Nobody else wants to let us know if they're going to feel nervous or not about the Jays losing a couple in a row and to big ways? Just a July hiccup. This one misses, but gets called strike. Ooh. Heineman did not like that one. Did not like that one at all. 3-2 is the count, 1 out. Blue Jays getting scalded here. Heineman. He's set. Here's a pitch. He's going to pop this one up. On the first base side, the catch is made. So instead of the walk, which would have advanced the runner, and they would have had 2 on with 1 out, he gets a bad call. And that's going to be 2 outs now with a runner on. And Heineman had some words there for the umpire. So pinch hitter Davis Schneider going to come in, replaces Wagner. Heineman not happy about that call. So let's see what Schneider can do. Schneider with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. First pitch, he swings at this. Skies it to left field. That's going to be an easy out. And just like that, the Blue Jays are down to their final 3 outs of the game. We go to the bottom of inning number 8 as the Orioles are showing the Blue Jays the ugly side of sport as they are just getting hurt and hurt bad. Real bad. Do not like that one bit. Do not like that one bit. These Blue Jays. Oh. But I will take this opportunity. I know we're still going to have another half inning, but I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our moderators. Thank you for doing what you do. We appreciate all of our channel moderators. Thank you to all of our new followers and subscribers for joining the communities. So thank you so much for that. And if you were new, if you've tuned in and watched along the way, or you've been popping in and out, thank you for giving us a chance to call the game for you, but more importantly, to entertain you and have some fun conversations. So we look forward to streaming again very soon. We know for sure Friday Night Football, the Toronto Argonauts, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers will be here. I hope you will join us as well. And make sure that you're always paying attention. You never know when a pop-up stream might happen. We'll have lots of gaming coming along as well on the gaming side of things, so you never know. We'll get some gaming stuff going along too. So yikes, the Blue Jays, this is not how we wanted to start our week. But we're going to see how it goes. Last week, it was hard to watch. Jays win 3 games over the Giants. You know what, the Jays, you know, it's funny, Major. The Blue Jays, when they win big, they look real good. They're having fun. They're smiling. They're partying. When they're losing big, they've kind of crawled into their shells. They are struggling here mightily, handily, however you want to call it. They are struggling. Call it the heat, call it whatever you want. But they got a couple of more games they're going to play over the next couple of days in this heat. And so they're going to have to figure out real quick how to stay cool and how to play with it. Braden Fisher going to make his way into this ball game. Going to face Henderson, Ruckman, and O'Hearn unless they make some changes. But Braden Fisher comes in to replace Justin Brule. Fisher, 2.67 ERA on the year. Here's the first pitch in their first strike at 87 miles an hour. Blue Jays, Blue Jays, Blue Jays. What are we going to do with you? Blue Jays Orioles is not how we expected this game to go. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 call. Henderson is 0 for 3 tonight. Walk reached on an error and scored a run. Again, he is now one of 2 Orioles that do not have a hit. Although I said that last time with Mayo and he jacked it over the fence. So maybe I should stop saying that. Come on, Fisher. Here's the 1-2. In there, it's hit hard. Flying it to center field. That's going to be an easy catch. There we go. Straw going to reel that one in. 1 down. Going to bring up Rushman as he's going to look to put this one on play. Rushman, a good line. 3 hits tonight, 2 RBIs. Did have a strikeout, and he scored 2 runs. So Rushman having quite a lovely game for himself. Jays not built to win in the playoffs. Good night. What do you think they're missing? What do you feel like they need? This pitch in there, first strike. Nice pitch. 0 for 1 to Rushman now. 3 for 4, 2 doubles, a single, 2 runs, 2 RBI. What a line. Saw a CFL game at Emperor Field courtesy. Gave kids tickets that were valid with the parent. Oh, yeah, Todd. That's sweet. Fly ball to right center. Big run and a nice catch here as Straw comes over and taking this game on his shoulders. 2 catches, 2 outs now for Baltimore. They are up 11-4, so it doesn't really matter. Unbelievable. Crazy, 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 crazy. So O'Hearn makes his way up. He's 2 for 4. First pitch, curve, drops in there for a strike. Really nice pitch there from Fisher. Real nice pitch. Call games, you're great. Win or lose. Oh, Major, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words, my friend. 0 for 2, O'Hearn in the hole. Win or lose. It's a lot more fun when the teams win. But that's the love of sport, right? You win some, you lose some. The 0-2, gonna foul this one off. We cheer together, we cry together. Hey, Todd, what's going on? Welcome in. Couple of Todds here tonight. 0-2, 2 outs. Jay's looking to end the 8th. Take it to the top of the 9th. Here's a pitch down in the dirt. 2-2. Is it going to go to 2-2? Have the right count? No, 1-2. Pardon me. Todd, thank you. Appreciate it. O'Hearn 2 for 4. 11th pitch coming in. This is going to be skied up. O'Hearn pops out. Clement going back in a shallow right field. Going to make the catch. Almost tripped up backwards. All right, folks. The Blue Jays down to their last 3 outs of the ball game, unless they have a stellar top of the 9th and put up 6 runs, but or 7 runs. But I don't see that happening. Andrew, how's it going? Welcome in. Hey, it happens. Just happens. Len, we will be live for sure on Friday for the Toronto Argonauts and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Some CFL action. We'll be live for that for sure. I'm not sure. I can't do the day games because of work, but we'll definitely be live Friday for that. And I haven't even looked at the weekend yet. I gotta check the hockey practice schedule and get that all sorted out. So it's funny to talk hockey in the summer, but hey, hockey goes year round. So we'll gotta check that out and see what's doing. Hey, Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Mentioned collapsing before Sunday's game, and here we go. Yeah, Brian, listen, it's 2 in a row. It happens, but every team, you win some, you lose some. I'm okay if the Jays lose a couple, as long as the Yankees lose as well, I'm okay. At some point the Yankees are going to go on a tear, and the Jays will turn around and they'll get going back up for sure. So I'm not worried yet. They're okay to lose some. And so, unfortunately, it was to the hands of the Tigers and now the Orioles, but that's okay. Yeah, this is my Andrew. This month has been a very good month for the Blue Jays. A very good month for the Blue Jays, and we kind of take it for what it is, All right, let's go. Let's finish this one off, folks. Top of inning number 9, and we got the top of the lineup coming up. Lucas Springer and Big Vladdy Guerrero to close things off. Lucas and Guerrero each with home runs earlier in today's ball game. We will see where things are going to end up today. Will August be a better month for the Blue Jays? It's going to be tough to be better than July, but if they can equal it, that'll be pretty darn good. You don't have to sweep every series, but if you can win every series, you'll be in good shape, and that's just what the Blue Jays have been doing. They've been winning series. It's been pretty remarkable. Here we go. First pitch in there for a strike call. No ball call. It was in there, but they didn't get the call. So 1-0 to Lucas. He's 1 for 4 with that solo homer. Setting it up. Here's the pitch. This is going to be pop foul. Evens it up to 1-1. Brandon, what's going on? Being nice. Hello there. The big board, big bat, and the starter. It's going to be tough to get a starter for sure. Being nice. Pitching is definitely a must. Getting a big bat's going to be tough, depending what the asking prices are. Hello, William. Welcome in. But yeah, trade deadline coming up on Thursday. Going to be very interesting to see what the Blue Jays pull out, what they get done. Trying to set it up. Stroud in to deliver to Lucas. This is going to be foul back again. Count stays at 1-2. 1-2. In AAA in 29 games, he had a 4.15 ERA. Stroud getting a chance to do some stuff here. October 8th, Montreal versus Toronto. Yeah, Major Walker cannot wait. Going to be up high. And of course, it'll be interesting come October because we'll have a mix of baseball and hockey and football. Mark, what's going on? Welcome in. So the schedule is going to get a little crazy in October, November. Here's the 2-2, and it's going to be foul back again. Lucas swinging real hard at that one. And we'll have, of course, Major Walker. October 7th will be our first regular season game. Florida versus Chicago. They'll raise their Stanley Cup banner. Jays could use some pitching even if they have to give up something. That's true. This one going to be poked up the middle, grabbed by the shortstop, thrown over to first in time, and there's the first out. Jays down to their last 2 outs. Jays down to the last 2 outs. Springer and Vladdy Guerrero are marked to be those last 2. It's kind of a nice trio they got right now. Springer at 291, Vlad at 294, Bichette at 295. And when Kirk was in the lineup, he was about 300, shortly over. Saw an afternooner at the CNE, one of my favorite baseball game. Oh, shoot. Hit Springer in the head. Springer goes down hard. Oh, my goodness. This one just ran up and in and caught him. Springer is down. He's lying flat on his stomach. The trainer is over, hand on the shoulder. Oh, my goodness. Len, I've not heard anything about Buck, which is a little worrisome because he was only supposed to be gone a short time. I'm doing great, Mark. Thank you so much. So Springer's still down. I want to see a replay to see exactly where it got him here. So I was reading the chat. Yeah, William, I do remember you for sure. So he's still down. He's got his hand on the dirt, his forehead on his forearm. The Baltimore pitcher is kind of squatting down. Springer lifts his head up and he goes, wow, then puts his head back down. Oh my goodness. Scary moment here for Springer. An afternooner at the CNE for my one baseball game. Can't say I remembered much regarding setting like Cannon yards, but it was fun to be there. Yeah, you know, Todd, Exhibition Stadium at the CNE was an interesting stadium. I mean, at the time it was, you know, even then it wasn't a great stadium. We haven't seen a replay yet. He's still down. He's kind of up on his knees now. Stroud is certainly, you can tell he's upset and concerned the way he's looking on. Springer on his knees, kind of stretching back. Got a lot of folks over there, but Zinski is in there. John Schneider is in there. Vladdy's in there. Trainer's in there. They still have not given us a replay. But a very scary moment for sure. And I mean, I want to think this was not intentional. Now Vladdy going to wipe the forehead of Springer. He's now on his feet. And he's going to make his way. His trainers are holding his arms, kind of holding him under the arms just to be safe. But He is walking to the dugout on his own. They're not helping him off. They have the arms there under his armpits just in case. He's going right down the tunnel. So Jimenez is going to come in and replace Springer. So the pitch just came and got him, oh my goodness, right on the ear. Almost got him in the face. Almost got him in the face when he had the wherewithal to turn his head away. And it caught him right on the side of the ear, side of the head. Just nailed him. So Orioles staff are coming out to talk to their pitcher now. Because, I mean, you could see the reaction. It's obviously a scary moment. And as a pitcher, that can really throw you. So they got to make sure he's not rattled. It actually, on this other replay, it looks like it might have actually caught his shoulder before it went up and caught his head. It kind of ran up his shoulder into the head. So didn't really take much of the velocity off the ball. But we'll see. Definitely into concussion protocol there. So Jimenez is going to come in for Springer as a pitch runner. But in an 11-4 ball game, you don't want to see anybody take a hit like that. That's just scary. Elite Humor, what's going on? If the replacement gets a run, does it count for Springer? It counts as the replacement. It counts as the replacement. So Jimenez is in. Vladdy Guerrero steps up. Stroud is certainly rattled on the play. First pitch misses outside, misses away. 1-0. That was just very, and that's right. John Kirk and now Springer, and that's a scary moment for sure. Pitching down and away again. Just trying to keep the ball away from Vladdy here. It is always tough as a pitcher when you hit a batter. It always, you have that moment where you're like, oh crap. But this you hit a guy in the head and it really rattles you. This one in there for a strike, but again on the far side of the plate. Hey Evan, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, Evan, it's crazy. Mario, I hope he'll be okay. I mean, he walked off on his own. The trainers kind of had their hands kind of under his armpits. They weren't carrying him off. They weren't lifting. You could tell they kind of just had their arms there should something happen and he fall. But he walked off on his own. He went down the steps on his own. So hopefully it's just a headache and he'll be okay. But you do worry about concussions. Vladdy ahead in the count 3-1. Here's the pitch away, and that's going to be a walk. Vladdy goes to first base, and that means Jimenez will move over to second. So where the Blue Jays are down 11-4, they got 2 on with 1 outs right now. Yeah, everybody was stunned. It's very, very quiet in that stadium. Here comes Bo Bichette, who's 4 for 4, 9 consecutive hits. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of didn't want Bo to come up. Pitch is going to be down low. I was kind of hoping this game would be over right now, and I didn't want Bo to potentially ruin the streak. 9 consecutive hits. 1-0. Outside 2-0 now. Now, if he walks, does that ruin the streak? I think it would, because it wouldn't be consecutive. Thank you, Mario, for the follow. Appreciate it. Your favorite team. Nice, Mark. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Bo is going to chop this one. It's going to go to second, over to first, off the base. He touches it, but they say no, he's out. So Bo Bichette's streak comes to an end. This game is over, and the Baltimore Orioles are going to win this one and take this one home. My goodness, I wish Bo didn't get a chance to come up, but his streak ends at 9 consecutive hits as he hits into a game-ending double play in a very, very scary moment. Yeah, Major Walker, scary, scary, scary moment. This one is done. The Blue Jays couldn't get it done. They lose 2 in a row. The Blue Jays scored 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and that was it. They had 11 hits and an error. Baltimore, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 4 in the fifth, 1 in the seventh for 11 total runs, 16 hits, and this one is done. Your winner, as you can see there on the screen, Martin is going to get the win, 1-0, and the loss goes to Bassett, who's 11-5. What an unbelievable turn of events. And of course, we hope that Springer is okay after getting hit high in the head with that pitch. Thank you so much for watching along. Thanks for being a part of what we do. We look forward to seeing you on Friday for sure for the Toronto Argonauts and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. We'll be watching the afternoon games, but because of work, we won't be able to stream. We'll be watching along, and maybe we'll be putting some comments. You never know where. So make sure you're paying attention for anything that might pop up. Check out our link tree. Check out our website, samwellb12experience.com, and you can link to all of our socials. We appreciate you all so much. Again, thank you, mods. Thank you to all of our community members, whether you're followers, subscribers, members, or whatnot. Make sure you do hit that follow, subscribe, and like, and we'll see you again real soon. From all of us here at the Samwell B12 Experience, have an amazing night, and go Jays go. We'll get them back tomorrow. Good night, everybody.